You absolute mad lads. Welcome to Angeldust Live. I'm Frank Firefly Lucas, your host for the stream, and today we are playing Angeldust again. The action RPG for Windows, Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android tablets and phones, Linux, Raspberry Pi, and probably other platforms that I forgot about. So, right before I was starting to go live, there were a few posts on the forums with some new memes and a new video by Angelio, and it's just absolutely crazy. I have some more memes by Alexi that we'll take a look at as well. We have part 4 of the ICEBERG today. All kinds of cool content to look forward to. We'll probably hunt for about 1 hour today, and afterwards we'll do all of this meme stuff and the ICEBERG, and it will be a nice stream, just like last week. So let me open up the chats here. Dweedy is here. Hi Chad. Hi Dweedy. How are you doing? So anyway, once you're in the game, as always, I will explain a little bit how the game works, and then we'll dive into it. The buttons on the left side of the screen let you select the hero you want to play as. Today we'll probably go with the sorceress, this lovely lady, because I feel like it. So let's go. Enter your play name and password in these boxes, and on the right side of the screen you'll find the game's social media: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch and Discord. And Discord server comes highly recommended. It's a very warm community of players who want to get you up to speed with the game, build together, hunt together. So click that button, you will not regret it. The website button takes you to the game's website, where you can send private messages to your friends, you can rename your land claims, you can set your hero colors, if I didn't already tell you about that, and you can also trade in your quest points, because every daily quest that you do becomes a quest point. You can trade those in for exclusive creatures. Really cool. So, hello there, hey Angelio. And Spaces Green says, Frank is wearing black to pander to the viewers that like goth man. Yeah, last week we were talking about goth girls, so hey, I'm trying to get in on the action here, man. That's, am I that transparent? Niels is using an exclamation point. What is this? In here. Welcome, Niels. Would you check out my main house property, please? Maybe Dweedy, maybe later on. Who took Niels? Firefly, where's your goth makeup? I left it in the closet, sorry. This is a dream, please wake up. The IT police got me. Okay. Looking forward to hearing that story. Anyway, we're with this button you can select the language you want to play in. We're going with English, and we're going in the cartoon visual style. Let's sign in. Let's lag the game for everybody. Lag, lag, lag. Gaston says to Turo, Gaston, spicy memes you've got there. Would be a shame if I didn't show them on stream, but I will be showing them on stream. Hello Firefly. Firefly is currently away. Well, well, well. Amy is here. That's always good to see. Hello Amy. Jeremy Darkling is here. Hello, Jeremy. So, Season 2 has begun. We officially closed out Season 1 right after the live stream last week. And we can take a look at the standings, at the coin rankings for last week. Hi, 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 Firefly. Hey, Soda. We can do that as well. And this month there are already some new names on the leaderboard, but I think some long-term players are already trying to catch up or getting to catch up. Did you do something? I did not get any lag. I have no idea. I just joined the game. Nah, you'll forget, you'll forget. Yes, I'm an old man. I tend to forget things. So remind me later on, Dweedy. Still waiting for the body painting stream. Could do a goth body painting stream. Everything is goth today. I've got my goth controller here. Check it out. It's a special customized black version of this Thrustmaster gamepad. So that's the goth gamepad. You know this, right? That's how we do it. How's everyone doing? Hi, Soda. Lemva says. Lemvas was the winner of last month's season. Whoa, the very first season winner. Shall we just do a talking stream? We can just sit at the table all stream long, and we can just talk. I like it. Very low effort. Imagine losing in the leaderboard. Yeah, that's what happens. Fnatic is here. Oh, I'm not on live chat. Let me switch to live chat here, because I'm probably missing some important messages. You know this. There we go. And Hom says, yeah, Nick's the hunt. Alright, alright. As friends, we are obligated to point out how dumb it is. What? Totoro is the dumbest... What? I have no idea what it is. I'm my best to like Amine, I just can't. I have hit my head real hard, I got minus IQ. Okay, I'm sorry for you, Niels. Hey, but maybe, like, minus is plus. Let us go into the world. And I'm opening up the door already. We're not even 5 minutes into the stream and I'm already opening up the door. Hey, you should add the mimic stickers as a small demo here. Loki, I was actually planning to keep you, like, to force you to remain stationary on the seat here, so that you can show other players how it works. I will pay you millions in Angeldust coins to sit here all day long. You'll get 1 coin every hour. Sounds like a good deal, right? Everyone is talking some facts. True. Hello again. Hello, Dafa. Okay, Loki says, oh, we're going into the world. You stay here, Loki. You don't go anywhere. It's secretly a ploy to make sure that Loki cannot steal coins today. We've got file here, or fail. Epic file. Let's heal him up. And we're actually in a level 26 swamp. We just, like, whoa, we entered the fray immediately. What are we shooting? What's happening? I'm stuck. I cannot move. Weird game. That season 1 thread was a fever dream, as in... It was really cool. People were congratulating each other on the achievements of that month. I thought it was pretty cool. I will stay here on the weekdays, but in the weekends I'm going out. Oh, Loki, it is weekend today. So you're free to go then.
That was fun.
You're free to go. Let's say привет to the Russian player. Ooh, chat is moving fast. Chat is moving fast. Your property is the best one, Lamau. Thank you. What is this? Are you making fun of my house? I hope it's about my Angeldust house, not my real life house, because... Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I got no friends, so I should tell anybody. What? Okay.
This place must be purified.
Obi, I'm not sure where you got that vibe from. As far as I could tell, it was just a few people who were really enthusiastic about the season actually concluding and the standings being available. So I don't see what is wrong with that. I thought it was pretty cool. And Neil says, apparently signal jammers are not legal. That sounds familiar. Didn't I tell you that 3 weeks ago? Big thunk, but... Hey, gotta figure it out sometime. They took down my door, bruh. People, it was too electronic. It was too electronic high-fiving each other, what? Please elaborate, I do not understand. This is just GPT-3 talking to you. I am a chatbot. I am trained on a corpus of 157 billion vectorized parameters. Please explain. Obi is having trouble with that because he wasn't on page 1 in the first season. Okay. It's just a personal problem then. Niels was secretly hiding the Angeldust free coins hack. It is. I was actually trying to geolocate Niels because they had this hack and I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't... Oh, hello Dapank. It wouldn't spread. But then they started jamming my signal, so I couldn't really turn the main screen on. So I had no chance to survive or make my time. I got the free Angeldust coins hack 2022. Still not patched. Link right here. Let me click. Wait a moment. I'm going to click the link. It didn't work, but my computer is awfully slow all of a sudden.
It's time to put our knowledge to the test.
No, but I got arrested and almost lost my job. It was a very close shave. But I have no one to tell, so I'm throwing it here. Okay. But how did they find out? Like you... That 1 week you were explaining that there was this this van or this bus from the police department, the signal scanning department, driving through your street. Was that related? Because I told you that it's not normal for a police van to drive through your street, but you were like, oh no bro, it's fine, it's fine.
Victory.
Yeah, so about that Bitcoin miner in Angeldust, it sounds like a very good idea. I would really like to have one. But I can't do any updates on Windows at the moment because I don't have enough money, or I don't have like a digital certificate that is valid, and I don't really want to spend the money at the moment. So, can you Can you subsidize the digital certificate and I will integrate a Bitcoin miner. We're going to make some bucks here.
It's time to put our
There was a telecom van and they investigated it and caught me red-handed. I never thought this could happen. And here I was. I promise you, Niels, I didn't tell anyone about this, so it was of course mentioned on the live stream. I'm not exactly sure if the contents of the live stream are searchable by words or something. But I didn't tell anyone, like I didn't call the police and say like, yo, my boy Niels be jamming. In the musical, and not in the musical sense. So I didn't tell anyone, so it wasn't me.
souls can finally rest.
Yeah, the big antenna, and then boom. I did this to myself, okay. But
This place.
I have the evidence. I did try to warn you a few weeks ago. I said like, hey, I don't think this is legal. Maybe you should try doing something else. Hola, Tiago. Oh, that's my water. There we go.
The evil presence.
Hola, Tiago. Oh, it's without the H.
Taste the bitterness of destruction.
So maybe we'll also end this live stream on level 40 in the game world.
Why aren't we going?
How would you like those
The
apples?
presence has fled.
Will you do it again? Niels, will you do it again? Imagine being Indonesian.
Feel my
I'm imagining all kinds of good food. Almost, you live on an island, which is cool. Hey, Angelio. Angie. What is up with Senavoy? You've been building all this time, and I... Of course, inspired by a song by the Rolling Beatles called Angelio. The funny thing is, I had a taser in my pocket, Neil says, and I thought it was a power bank. They thought it was a power bank. He do be walking, yeah. He's walking on sunshine. Still got my taser. Hey, Niels, if they come to collect your taser next week, it still wasn't me, okay? The Angeldust livestream is amazing. On one hand, you have a self-motivated software developer that has made a cool game, living the dream, and on the other hand, you have a degenerate criminal on the verge of destruction. Yeah, so I'm really glad that Niels is a talented software developer or game developer, because yeah, with just me here, it wouldn't be as fun as it is. I already ordered a new jammer, 900 euros. This one will mess everything up.
The spirits will guide.
No cap, Niels, or is this cap? Is this cap or no cap? Let me know, because... The assassin Mira has left. Too bad, because we could use another assassin. I guess we could use another blade.
Never saw it coming.
Everything I want to do is illegal. This is 100% no cap, okay? Cara dapetin gimana? Hey, CTR 13, hey! CTR 13! Aren't you first on the monthly leaderboard? Wow, whoa. I'm not sure if they speak English. They probably think I'm swearing at them or trying to get them banned.
Spirits, guide my power.
It's 100% no cap, Neil says. People think I'm weird. That's why I almost got no friends. I work hard, no way I'm sending it away. Okay. Mau pet snack diabang, Fatty. Yeah, you can get your pet snack diabang here. It's what we do. Angelio, it was a nice video. It didn't really reveal too much, but I really love all of the energy and all of the attention that you put into the new trailer for Sanavoy. We'll take a look at it later on in the stream, but I really appreciate that you took the time to draw the logo for it and make the time for the video itself. It doesn't reveal too much about the build, which is probably a good thing, but I do think I saw a few elements that we can already talk about. I do have some sneaking suspicions about what is in there. So, Obi says sending me money is illegal. Well, fortunately, sending me money is not illegal. So if you need to get rid of some money, you can donate to the game, and you can help me out, make the game even better, do more live streams. It's not entirely free, because sending me money always involves sending me money, but hey, you can do it, it's not illegal. Firefly is throwing caps lock at a player, that's what I do, baby.
Now these souls can finally rest. The light
Have you
of
planned
God
a tour yet?
shelter us from harm.
Engigio and you, Mr. Firefly. No, the public post that I saw about Senavoy being almost done is like as much as I know about it. So I think I'm about at the same level as other players. I do know that it's probably themed Japanese, in Japanese, or like how do I phrase this? It's probably got a Japanese theme to it.
Has been
I can tell by the logo, and I can tell by the pixels, and I saw quite a few pixels back in my day, so yeah. And Neil says the UVW has got your back, man. So UVW, or UWV in Dutch, that's the sort of unemployment office. So if you ever need to get sent some money, if you want to get paid
our knowledge.
and you don't want to work for it, you go to the UVW.
Presence is
You're gonna need to do a nice tour, yes,
They will feel
I concur.
my fury.
There has also been I cannot talk about it too much, but there are also 2 wonders sort of at the horizon. Maybe even 3. And then a 4th one in Angeldust one, so it's going to look like there are going to be a lot of wonders in May and in June of this year. If they're all as cool as I think that they are, so
Place.
I still need to visit them, but they are looking good. I've seen some in-progress screenshots. I will not talk about them too much today, because I don't know if that's the builder's intention. But there's a few projects underway, which are looking very promising. Hello, Amir says. Hey, Swellia, Amir, welcome.
This place.
I'm not sure if I saw you on YouTube a lot, but I do know that you've been playing the game quite a lot, and since a long time as well, so welcome, Swillia. And Julius says, it was the goal of the trailer I did, not to show like very much, but enough to have an idea what is in the build. I didn't tell, but it sounds obvious to me that bit once done there will be a second trailer showing off the whole thing. Okay. And I still love this. I still love that you, as a player of the game, and of course as a master builder in the game, are actually able to use the cinematic mode and record your own trailers and your own drone-like footage. How cool is that? You can just select the time that you want to render it at, and then you just make it. It's just so cool to see that the players are empowered in that way to do that. One thing that I couldn't tell from the trailer just yet is if there are NPCs or if there are creatures that spawn in the build. So that's something that's still to be determined. But hey, that's also an option that's in the game. So if you wanted to have NPCs and dudes running there, it would be possible. And Neil says, I gladly pay for people with no job. That's very social of you. That's why the Netherlands is such a great country. Yeah, I agree. I think we have a lot of social safety networks, which is good for the people who do not have a lot of net worth, or a high net worth, or a big income.
Boring just standing here.
Of course, there are also a few problems occurring left and right, in the sense that energy, electricity and gas, the prices are increasing dramatically, or they have increased dramatically over the past few months. So we have this one-time energy thing that you can,
Hand against these foes.
energy compensation or energy subsidy that you can get, I think, if you have a low income. So in that sense, I think the Netherlands are doing pretty well on the social
My fury.
society scale. And Gilio Obi says, I suggest not doing the trailer before the stream tour, because then you lose the live reaction on stream. Yeah, that's a good comment. Yeah, we live in a society here in the Netherlands. I think it would be really nice to have a first impression on the live stream, maybe. Or maybe I do actually visit the Wonder beforehand. Let me know what you want to do. Not gonna lie, if you do a trailer, kinda useless to do a tour, because you'll basically already show it all. I'm not sure. In my experience, seeing screenshots and seeing a video of a build is pretty indicative of what it looks like, but being there, actually visiting the place, is a different thing altogether. Obi says, I like the blurry trailer a lot because it hits so much. You're a blurry trailer and you hide too much. In contrast to Niels. Niels is about as transparent and open as a book.
danger. That was
Niels breaks the law and doesn't afraid of anything. He just tells us every week. Not gonna lie, just don't drop anything. You can't show your next move to anyone. Ruan is back. I didn't even know you were gone. Anonymous is here with the cat in the box. Always much appreciated. If you want to talk or share something else, Anonymous, just let me know. I'm here for you. I'm listening. I'm talking. I got no car, so that ain't my problem. What? What if, Niels? I think maybe what would be even better is Firefly have all the chunks already loaded. You can do that with Obi's super duper super tool, so let me know. You buy a jammer, that's why I got free, they even like me. Hey, the police are your friends, police are your friends, tell them everything. Drive to the other side of the country, be one with the police, get you far, connect the jammer into the grid, free electricity and jam some random city. No Angeldust? What? No Angeldust? We have Angeldust. Mayor is here. He's the mayor of Value Town. I can't use Obi's tool since I don't play on PC. Maybe we can use Obi as a middleman. We let Obi visit the build and send me the chunks. How does that sound? Do you trust Obi enough to let them visit your build? The people who visited Niels were from IT. Like Italy, or are they information technology experts? Starlink. That sounds like another project by the Twitter guy. Man like Angelio has a whole PC but isn't allowed to do what he wants with it. Huh? Who trusts Obi? I do. I trust Obi. I would give them the password to my Bitcoin wallet. And I'd expect them to not share the password with anyone else. And also not send the Bitcoin anywhere else. He has insane controlling parents. Yeah, they even go to the cinema with him to watch the movies that he wants to watch. To make sure that they're not bad movies. That was just a joke. We will stop talking about this, Angelio. Stop, please stop. Too late. No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's time to put our knowledge to the test. They never
yeah, Clown World. That's a clown from Gaston. That's much better. Anyway. So they took my jammer. Niels continues the story. This is an ongoing investigation and like journalism, criminal journalism by Niels. They took my jammer and I'm on the police building and they turned it on, Lamo. All the desktops turned off. Why though? Why would they do that? Trust us, we're professionals. I told them to turn it off, okay? Sort of, Obi. The idea would be that you would visit Angelio's build and gather all the chunks and then send me the chunks and I unpack them so that I have the build already loaded when we do the tour on the live stream. Great, I'll let you know when you can be my first guest for Senavoy, Obi. There we go. Why am I not a police? I think you need to have a clean rap sheet. Is that the word? A rap sheet? Zo, je moet geen strafblad hebben, Niels. En nu ga je natuurlijk zeggen, ik heb geen strafblad. Maar het zit op het randje. Why am I not a police? Police officer, let me go. Were these people the local police, Niels, or was it some kind of like national agency that came and visited you?
I'm here if you need me.
Yeah, I don't, but I just lie on jobs. So you mean I can't be police after being a drug dealer? Sort of. I'm not sure if dealing drugs is illegal in your country, and if that gets like a mention on your rap sheet, but you don't want to have a mention on your rap sheet if you want to be a police officer. Ham says, sorry I'm late, I'm in a battle. Don't worry about it. In a way, in a sense, we're all in a battle at the moment. Laugh is so easy. Who even checks what you did in the past? Well, intelligence agencies do, and probably like the police recruiter will sort of take a look at who you are before you start somewhere. And I think most employers, or at least I think that used to be the case, will check Facebook or some kind of social media, type in your name, see what comes up. Guess they never miss, huh? Indeed. If they look for Niels, they will not miss their past. Again, I'm not sure if these videos are searchable on YouTube or if you can type in like Niels rap sheet, find this video. We should probably try in a few years, but it's not to your advantage probably if there's records of your activity. And Angelio says, on the topic that we're not going to talk about, Angelio says something which you can read in the chat replay if you are so inclined. I got delivered at garbage bins? What does that even mean? I got delivered at garbage bin. What does that mean? I got on TV for the accident. Which accident? You speak in riddles. I can clip it if you all want to see. Niels is hunted down worldwide. I have no idea what this is all about. But hey, offer someone a stage and they will probably start to perform, so I think that's happening here. Niels is trying to perform. But what's up? You got delivered at garbage bins and you got on TV? What?
Nice.
I have no idea what he means. Look, I'm Dutch and I don't even know what it means. Gotcha.
The light of good will shelter us from harm.
Niels is actually friends with a famous Dutch criminal. Hij is echt vies, Patrick. Hij is echt vies. You see Niels getting arrested. Okay. Sounds like always here for a good time. For everyone who's watching this for the first time, don't ask what's going on. I lost track. I'm sorry. This used to be my live stream. This used to be Angeldust Live, where we play Angeldust, this video game that I made, and we just used to play it. But these days, everything is a bit whack. Like, it is as if my stream is being jammed from somewhere not too far away. I have no idea what it is. Firefly, Kostas and CTR need pet snack. Alright. So Kostas, CTR, stick around. We'll do the pet snack in about 15 minutes. Stick around for 15 minutes. 20 minutes, give or take. We'll get you some pet snacks. Yes. We'll get you some pet snacks. So anyway, what's up, Firefly? Did you see the new Doctor Strange movie? Yeah, so I didn't see the movie. I did see the movie poster and I did see it listed in the cinemas near my place. But I saw a review in the newspaper and they thought it was a pile of hot garbage. So I'm not sure if that's like the general consensus, but the reviewer from the newspaper didn't really like that movie, so it's probably not one that I will be watching. It also sounds very, like, suspiciously close to a Marvel or comic superhero movie that I really have no, like, intellectual interest or, like, connection with.
This place must be pure.
The only superhero that I need is Niels B. Eat popcorn and sit and watch this battle. Yes. That's what I was planning to do, but apparently people do actually want me to stream and then, like, participate in the action, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. After that, my brother got on TV for doing wheelies. This is sounding a lot like a Dutch movie show like The Kardashians or Jersey Shore. Jammin' with Niels. That's the title of this reality series. If you donate, you get the pet snack instantly and don't need to wait 20 minutes. Thanks for this commercial talk, Obi. I appreciate it.
I sense evil here.
On the news, I've watched the movie Coda. It was a good movie. I enjoy. How to get a pet. Hey, Pi Gaming, you will get a pet in about 15 minutes. So I will be doing the lottery and handing out the pet snacks in 15 minutes. So we have Koskas, we've got CTR, and I think Pi Gaming, I think I saw you in the game as well. We will be handing out the pet snacks in 15 minutes, so just wait a little bit and you will get a pet snack. And Niels says, well, I ain't lying. Just throwing my week report here. I appreciate it, Niels. It's just that it seems like you experience more in a week than other people do in a year. So it's always intense. It's very intense to see your weekly report. Okay, let's join the party battle. I will dance. Party battle, I'm down. I'm down for the party battle. They see me dancing, they hating, patrolling trying to catch me riding dirty. Patrolling trying to catch me jamming dirty. That's what happened to Niels. They see me jamming, they hating.
Let the light of the heavens shine forth.
There's still a roamer left, people. We still need to kill the roamer. Let's go, let's go. Well, well, well. It's dead. Elkie is now present. And that's fun to see. Firefly, what if in Angeldust there was T-H-O-R hero? I am T-H-O-R. Hi Elkie. Hi Elkie. Hi Elkie. Hive mind. We already have a Thor hero. We have the Builder featuring the hammer. So if you make a new Builder character and name it Thor, you have Thor with the thing. So there you go. That's my best Thor that you're gonna get at the moment. Gaston says, I watched the Shrek movie, very recommended. I heard some good stuff about the Shrek movie. Like the old one, I think Shrek 2 is the best, right? It's with the cat and with the other dude and with Lord Farquaad or something, like 10-hour ASMR. Loki says, did you know to become the president of the Secret Service, you must have no criminal history in your family for 3 generations? I sort of knew that, yes. Don't ask me how, because I would have to kill you. But here, that's a factoid. A factoid is made up, sorry. This is a real fact. And Neil says, I ain't lying, just throwing my weekly report here, and that's because I ain't doing nothing with my life. Well, just like I said before, as far as I'm concerned, you're doing more in one lifetime than the 50 people combined. So I wouldn't say that you're doing nothing with your life. Maybe nothing productive, maybe nothing good, but you are doing something. That's my impression. But yeah, if you were able to channel that energy and that focus and sort of that passion for doing things that are not allowed, if you would channel that into things that are allowed, ooh boy, maybe you'd be the richest and most charismatic person on earth. I'm just thinking about creating chaos. Some Nielses just want to watch the world burn. And hey, you're doing a great job at it, Niels. There's also a news video where I'm standing in a riot. It's very funny. I mean, you're already on the television a lot, so I think most people will recognize you. You have the Builder, which is basically Thor. That's what I said, buddy. You're lagging behind there. I also watched The Batman. It's a very good movie. The ambience was amazing. Cool. So to be honest, I was actually planning on seeing The Northman. I think that's the name of the movie. Maybe it's Northman or something, but it's about a dude who is upset. And then he... don't tell me anything about the movie. So please don't tell anything about that movie. I still have to see it. I'm probably going to see it pretty soonish, this month or so. So that's the one that's more on my list than Mr. Strange with the Doctor movie or something. Thor is using the bulldozer to fight his enemies, yeah. And the enemy is the landscape. Yes, E. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Finally some sense. Shrek 3 is the best Shrek. Shrek 3 is the best Shrek of them all. Alright, let's go. Niels, I want you on Slovenian news next week. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. The only question I have on that movie is how a donkey have kids with a dragon. It's better you do not ask, buddy. Better not ask. Yeah, I want to do ICT help desk next week, okay? Work, sorry. But I just have to get the degree. I thought you already did the help desk stuff, Niels. And weren't you the guy that is making shavers for a lot of money? You're lagging behind, friend. Hey, I'm not your friend, pal. Your country is not good, so I don't even want to be there. It's very boring. For Niels, mostly every country is boring, I believe. Niels is spitting facts. Ooh. And here's a tip. Something that you do not want to do. You don't want to Google dragon car GIF. GIF. I just do factory work because it pays a lot. But it's depressing. Have you ever considered, Niels, that maybe that depression that you have due to your work, or that like negative energy, sort of spills over in other areas of your life? And maybe if you were to find some more inspiring or creative work, that your life would actually turn for the better? This is Firefly Psychology Live, free life advice on Saturday evenings. Anyone else have some life questions? I can answer most of them. I'm very good at it. Speaking of life questions, anyone see Emilia lately? Did they already move to Italy? Because the biggest life advice I recently gave out was probably to Emilia, like the situation they were in, trying to help them. I'm not sure if I was good at it, but I tried my best at least. The Northman, have never heard of it. I just checked out on Google, looks interesting, maybe I'll consider watching it too. I have no idea, like I said, don't tell me anything about the movie. As far as I know, it's about a dude who's in a bad mood, and he's gonna make the world pay for it. Amelia is dead. Ooh. Rip Amelia. Sorry to hear that news. They had so much potential still left. A therapy session, that's what I was talking. It says, Mauritius sunk into the sea. Who is Mauritius? Do I know them? And Neil says, yeah, I just need money to continue my hobbies that are somewhat questionable. In fact, most police departments do not consider it as hobbies at all. They consider it digital vandalism. Amir says, oh, question. No camels there in the desert. Why? Because Space is Green and Robotic didn't want to draw a camel. Atlantis. Firefly doesn't like camels. They hurt him when he was a kid and went to Egypt for a holiday. That's actually true, but still, Robotic and Space is Green didn't want to draw a camel. It's not that kind of desert. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man. I'm telling you, I'm not that kind of guy. Don't talk about camels. Mauritius is Amelia's island of bad interest. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was a dude.
They never saw it coming.
Yeah, the Northman is about something happening somewhere. Thank you. That's like spoiler free. Spoiler free alert. I'll tell you what about camels. It was not. It didn't concern me personally, but it was about a good friend that I have. So this good friend and their family went to Egypt, or at least some kind of country close to it. And this friend has got a sister, and there was like this Egyptian dude that said like, hey, I'll give you 30 camels for your sister. And they were like, what? What? Neil still doesn't have their Steam Deck? I have to wait 2 months still. Okay. A lot of people in the Netherlands are still waiting on their Steam Decks. I have to make sure that I pronounce this correctly, otherwise I will get clipped and be on the evening news before you know it. Few people I know in real life, they are also waiting on their Steam Decks. 30 camels, that's a very generous offer. Did they all agree to it? No, I think they counter-offered with 50 camels, and that was too high apparently. There was way too much camels for a sister, so... The lotto will be in 7 minutes, Faddy. You will be able to get your pet snack on all of your alt accounts.
That was fun.
Now here's the thing. So, apparently in Egypt and those countries there in the Middle East, blonde hair is very rare. So, if you have a sister with blonde hair, everyone's like, whoa. So... Shame, they could have had a lot of camels and less sisters. Hey, Obi, let's not kid ourselves. You have a sister, right? Or at least I think you told us last week. And you're probably proud of her and happy with her, right? So you shouldn't trade family members, like any family member at all, for 30 camels. Don't do it, don't do it. Niels loves blonde hair. Okay, you're probably finding 10 ways to mess that up as well. Ice is here, Ice baby, and Vanilla is here. I think most people will be surprised if they see blonde hair, okay? I mean, for me it's kind of already having a camel for me. And Ruan says, I would trade any of my family members for 2 or 3 camels. No, you won't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Come on, they're your family. They're worth way more than 2 or 3 camels. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'd want 29 more, okay? Are you a blonde hair guy, Firefly? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Pretty much. That's not to say that I like, haven't liked or haven't, like, appreciated girls that did not have blonde hair, like at all. I mean, personality counts for something as well, and you know, these goth girls, even if they have blonde hair, they will still dye it black, so hey, no hating there, but you know what I'm saying, right? I shouldn't, but I definitely would, Ruan says. Is this about the blonde girls or is this about the camel trading? I'm saying with my sister it's kind of like already having a camel. Okay. I have a few mental images associated with this, and I will not entertain them for too long here. He says, Lamo, how old is she? Is this about someone I was talking about or about Obi's? Is she single, Obi? Does she speak Italian? Does she have bad internet? Does she build in the game? What is her player name? Angela's gonna take a shower. I think that's probably the most sensible thing I've heard in the past 5 minutes. Obi doesn't even know. Scotty doesn't know. Is she into Indonesians, Obi? Never mind. Niels is has already lost interest. Does he have signal jammers? Anyway, so on the topic of Angeldust, the lottery will be coming up in 4 minutes. So CTR 13 and all of the others. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, sort of. Oh yeah, Pi Gaming over here. The lottery coming up in 4 minutes. Niels only likes pure Dutch girls. Does she have a wonder? Does she have a wonder? Know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. I'm pretty sure in time all of you will find like a perfect life partner and live wonderful and productive and happy lives. Maybe with some offspring of yourself that you can eventually trade for 30 camels. Don't worry about it. And Niels is home alone for 3 weeks now. Yeah, prison can be quite lonely, isn't it? Obi is... yeah, alright. You can read that message on YouTube themselves. That's a bit too far. Niels got scammed once. Why am I not surprised? That's a good question, Obi. I kind of want to hear the answer as well. And Ruan says, I already found a life partner. Her name is... Iko. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying there. I've seen this this meme, this construct before. Oh, there's a frog. Is it a frog? I think it's a frog. Shoot it, shoot it. CTR is still here, so I will announce when the lottery is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone leveled up. Volgar 275. Volgar GG 275. Volgar it did. Volgar. Javelin level 22. So looks like people are finding some new creatures here. Real man will only date the scout. Hey, she's blonde. Know what I'm saying? Frank, do you live alone? That's a bit of a personal question. You misunderstood Firefly. Oh, yeah, I misunderstood completely. Wonderful. Yeah, true, Uncle Obi. Did you see it? Yeah, it is a pretty large bet. Control boys. Yeah, control boys. Seriously, the bet is like huge. Uncle Obi. It reminds me of a song by Eminem, and I'm not exactly sure. Something with Moby, Uncle Obi. Cause it feels so empty without me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. When lottery? Right now. Once we clear the area, we'll do the lottery. Okay. The time is now. Lottery time. Get on the live stream to win a pet snack. I'll see you there. Be right back. Get on YouTube or Twitch now. Ora da lotteria, accessa o site. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, Peter. Let's do exactly that. Save the location. Oh, we even have the Russian one. Elki, you're a very helpful and welcome player doing this. Okay, here we go. Meow. Niels, get it? Uncle Obi, Abu, meow. ICEBERG time. No, not yet. Lottery time. Lottery time. If you're here for the lottery, you need to go to the... and if you want to win a pet snack, of course, the lottery is for the pet snack. You need to go to playangeldust.com. That's the website of the game. Playangeldust.com. And then you sign in using your player name and your password. And then you'll have to enter this code 16555 in the submission code box like this. Submit a ticket. Boom. I will paste it on YouTube, but you will have to enter it on the website. All these mans on forums and streams, but they not on the Discord. Crazy. Crazy. I tell you. So enter the code on the website. We're going to take a look at Dweedy's house. I think it was Dweedy. Can't find. Tried my best. Giving up. Dweep, Shweep. Dweeps, Seed and Feed, formerly Chucks. Hey, I'm wearing some Dweezies. Hey, did you see this new website? It's called Twitter, and you can send out some tweets. Look my profile, Schwalia in. Swalia 1. The whole Norway is in the box. There we go. Swalia 1. There we go. Check it out. Oh, looking nice. Nice house, bruh. Some fancy combination of colors you've got going there, but I like it. It's a nice house. Swalia 1. Good job. You also have a lot of quests. And you have a lot of coins. You're almost nearing the 1 million coins here. And you have some nice creatures and stuff, so doing great. Also some nice points in the player versus player. You've been doing well. Hey, we've got Rainy TI in the box. So let's wait a moment for everyone to get their tickets in. Swilly, you have more quests than I. It is I. 1 year, please. Neil says, okay, so I got it right here, but. This is the news clip. But you have to promise to not... Hey, Bayraktar is in the box. Obama. My PC says I can't record. I have a paid membership for TV. That's just what happens, Niels. It's just what happens. You pay, they give you this, but you paid for that. CTR, are you in the box? CTR 13, you in the box? Rainy TI, you are in the box. GG. So let's see if we can get some more people interested in the lottery. Nope. Oh no, where my friend? Mdafa says, playangeldust.com. It's the website of the game, playangeldust.com. And then you sign in, and then you have to enter this code in the box, 16555. Enter it in the box. Do it now! Do it now! Get your ticket in the box. Dude, who is this? The whole country guy. I have no idea, but we have one almost every stream. It might be Fadi, it might be Ruwan. It is you who is behind those mystery messages. It is you. Kuskas, CTR, where? I have no idea where they are. Javelin is in the box, so GG Javelin. But I don't see Kuskas or CTR just yet. Click is IP code. Trace back the Visual Basic macro to the C++ preprocessor, so we can enjoy the virtual machine hypervisor. It's in the game. I'll give you 30 camels. Now, come on, get your tickets in. CTR and Costas and Pi Gaming. Get your tickets in the box. Must I broadcast this? Like, are they still in the game, CTR? They're not in the game, so they are probably trying to get it in there. This sounded horribly wrong. CTR 13, you're in the box. Firefly is throwing around computer buzzwords. And he's doing a great job at it. Hack the mainframe now. Open up the HTML source code so we can use the network inspector to click an element and add some attributes like the placeholder. Javelin, okay, Javelin is in the box, yeah, Javelin and Bayraktar. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, very funny, Javelin and Bayraktar, very funny, I agree. I know what the backstory behind these accounts is, I think it's pretty funny. But can Firefly crack a Windows password screen? Bro, I was doing that stuff even before you were born, baby. Bro, I was hacking the Windows sign-in before you were even born. I've had system administrators come to me crying, saying like, hey, can you please help us out here? We know you hacked the Gibson, but can you please help it put back together? Spider text. Spider text. Spider text. I wonder what they will write next. Okay, so we have Pi Gaming in there, we've got CTR 13, we're waiting for Koskas here. So let's give Koskas one more minute or so. Koskas, CTR did it, now you do it. Koskas, come on. Shall we look up Koskas? Koskosmos. Anthony Senpai says. Welcome, Anthony Senpai. So, are we waiting for someone to join still? Is anyone still trying to get in the lottery? Let me know. So I'm going to the soccer field. I'm leaving. Have fun. Have fun, Niels. There's beer there. Okay. See you later, Niels. I sort of want to close the door because the camera exposure is messed up. But if I close the door, it gets hot in here. Niels, have a nice weekend. Try not to get arrested this week, and we'll see each other next week. Yeah, why doesn't Ruan use... I have no idea. I think it's pretty funny. Hello! Hello, Walcry, how are you doing? Forster used this. Forster is also on the meme, I think, on the ICEBERG. Not entirely sure, but I think they're over here. Stop, please, stop. I will stop. Ruan, did you know there was a Brazilian I played with before you? No, Obi. For Ruan, you will always be his first and only. I think I'm about ready to start drawing the winners, so please get your tickets in. Koskas or Koskos or Cosmos or whatever. Please tell them to get their ticket in now. Now. I will also open up the Steam chat 1 hour into the stream. So if you've been chatting on Steam, sorry that I missed your messages. Usually it's not too crowded over there, but... Okay, so I don't think we'll get any more tickets. So once the time shifts, once we enter 55 here, which is in 20 seconds, I will start drawing the winners. And Angelo is back. Whoa, back. Yeah, he was number 1 and 2 on the leaderboards, you know, yeah. Here we go, 10 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 1. Let's go. Okay. Cosmos, you did it. Like, at the exact last moment that you were able to get your ticket in the box, you did it. And Walcries, Walpaguna, hey Firefly, hey Walpaguna, it's been a while. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Hey, we're going to draw the winners for the pet snack. So let's see, who is the first winner today? Brrr, that's the sound effect, it's been a while, but here we go, draw a winner. Cosmos, lost in the box, first to win the pet snack. Lottery winner. If you sign out of the game, sign in, you get your pet snack. Hey, you're only using these 2 heroes, or maybe only the fighter? And only 1 quest? Can do better. Your house? No player versus player? But hey, you have the pet snack. GG, congratulations. And Mr. Duff or MDuff says, yay. Let's go, here we go, next winner. Sluck, hey, I didn't see Sluck, come on, but hey, Sluck. I'm not sure if you're Dutch.
Wasn't it obvious?
Sluck is Dutch for a snail, but Sluck, you won the lottery as well. Lottery winner. Only 1 quest, can do some questing, still some stuff to discover. A bit of a cubic house. I like this shape a bit better, but it's your house, don't worry about it. So Sluck, lottery winner, there you go. And Walker says, I miss my gameplay. I missed your gameplay too, just join us. Right. Rainy T? Rainy Ty? Renity? I'm Renity, I'm from the Matrix. I'm along with Morphus and Eno. So here we are, Renity. So you're also a lottery winner. Enjoy your pet snack once you sign out and sign into the game. Also, did you know? No. If you click on these buttons, Builder, Scout, Fighter, Sorceress, you can actually select the colors for your heroes. So that's pretty cool if you want to have a different appearance. For instance, let's go with the blue cape. Wow, super cool. You never see a Scout with a blue cape and green hair. Or like this. I sort of like this sort of heather grey hair look for the Scout as well. I think this is a pretty workable Scout, if you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty cool. Next up, next winner. Boom. Javelin won the lottery. I will not spend too much time here, but Javelin, GG, sign out, sign in, get the pet snack. There's a nice sort of logo depicted here. If anyone knows what it is, let me know. Looking good. Next up, Pi Gaming. GG. You too get the tip, like color your heroes, build your house. But other than that, you also won the lottery, so GG, congratulations. Hope you enjoy the pet snack. Sign out, sign in, get it. Draw a winner, boom. CTR13 won the lottery. CTR13 is, as far as I know, on the top of the monthly leaderboard. Yeah, there you go, CTR13, top of the leaderboard. Good job there, so far. You can also color your hero still. Your house is a lot of trees, but you also won the lottery. So you have a pet snack if you sign out and sign into the game. So GG on that. Let's see, 3 more people in the lottery, I believe. 2 more people, here we go. If this is Bayraktar, we're not drawing... Ah, it's the whole Norway. If I was going to say if it's Bayraktar, we will skip the whole Norway. But hey, the whole Norway... The whole Norway has got it. Yeah, a 0 quest, meme account. Don't worry about it, let's forget about this. Next winner, Bayraktar. Bayraktar Obama, here we go. This is the White Album from the Beatles. A lot of trees. Sort of looks like a flag of sorts, I believe. See? It sort of looks like a flag. So, you won the lottery, sign out, sign in, and you get your pet snack, which is really cool. Let's sign out. If there's no more takers, sign out and go back to the game.
They will feel my fury.
We almost skipped the hole. Yeah, almost skipped the hole, but we couldn't make it. Okay, so here we are again. And I'm opening up the door because it's actually getting hot in here. See, then the camera exposure changes and my face gets a little bit blown out, but we'll just have to work with it. Here we go. So we'll hunt for about 15 more minutes. We'll hunt for plus 15 minutes. Then memes, then ICEBERG, and all the all the other good stuff. I think the iceberg is going to take a bit longer than last week because the levels are just so chock full of content. Also, where's my horse? It's over here. Okay, to the north. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, Wendy Simple. We just did the lottery. We'll be hunting for 15 more minutes. Then we'll dive into the memes that got sent in this week. And then we'll do the iceberg part 4. Hopefully wrapping up the iceberg. Hello, Per. Hi, Per. Hyper. Hyper. Hyper 55. You could always turn on the lights in the void. Sure? Oh yeah, okay. But you can also you can already sort of look into the abyss, I believe. See, you can already see parts of the abyss over there.
The thrill of the hunt.
Let me see if I can just. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. No, this is not gonna work. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What can I say? I'm too hot for my room. Yes, I'm too hot for my room. There's even 2 layers of window blinds, so it's as if you have placed 2 blocks there to keep out the hotness. But like the roof has got some insulation, like some real good insulation, and it gets hot in here. It gets really hot in here, which is a good thing. But I was just thinking, like, isn't there some kind of like Peltier solution where you have a Peltier element which works on difference of temperature? So I could use this or convert this warmth into energy or something. I'm reading the chat messages. Let's see. Hi Obi, Walpagune says. Hello, Walpagune. Obi, I have something to tell you. Buzz is my favorite VTuber. I have no idea what this is about. Those are the Amine persons or whatever. Should I become a VTuber? Would that make me more funny? A long time no see, you guys. A long time no see, Walpagune. Firefly, please, no. Yes, and she is very cute. That's probably not about me. I have no idea what these people are talking about. New Upidade. I kind of get what you're saying, Upidade. It sounds like update. Not at the moment. No siree. But we will be diving into the iceberg, and we do have some very cool memes lined up. A VTuber with the scout as the avatar. Hey, I can do that. I can do that. Become a VTuber, yes, Firefly. Hey, maybe I'm trolling you. Maybe I already have a VTuber account. Maybe I've been secretly working on some content in the other game and just like trying to build an audience that way. If you do scout VTuber, just don't use the 3D version, it's clapped. Hey, I got you, fam. I got you. Kinda pog, not gonna lie. Angelo agrees with Obi. Play Blockman Go. What's Blockman Go? Imagine if Firefly is actually someone else. Yeah, this can just happen. With a VTuber you never know. A voice changer and just a funny Amine girl on the screen can do wonders, right? I've got this down to an art. That's why I know all of this technology and all of these terms. It's just what I do, man. Like I do Angeldust Live so that people do not suspect that I have a second or a third channel even, where I do like face tracking and gesture tracking, and then I just have this Amine presence. It's fun to do. Well, as long as they don't get jammed by Niels, of course. Why imagine? Maybe that's even the truth. Anyway, so 10 more minutes of the hunt and then we'll dive into the memes and the iceberg. It will probably take a 3-hour stream or so to get through the iceberg, but let's do it. Let's do it. We need to finish it today because 4 streams of ICEBERG.
Divine strength, watch over
It's
us.
already cool enough.
The hunt was worth
Breaking news: a very hot VTuber scout streaming Angeldust. Yeah,
It's time to put our
maybe that'll work.
test.
Hey Firefly, can I ask you something? You're already doing it. You already did. Bruh, I was on the road. Well, we're gonna propose to Firefly. Yeah, at least propose to ask a question. Which is the most redundant thing to do. Hey, can I ask you a question? Question mark. Lucas Ader is now 46.
Divine strength, watch over us.
Will you marry me? Is it aimed at me, everyone, or is it aimed at Obi?
Souls can finally rest.
GG Loki. And Gilu says, no. Nepa.
The spirits will guide my hand against these foes.
No, no. No, 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 no. It used to be a very cool hit here in the 90s in the Netherlands. No Limits by 2 Unlimited. What did I skip? Alexi asks. I'm not sure what you skipped.
They
I'm not sure
never stood a chance.
how long you've been watching the stream.
Guide my power.
You skipped the marriage, Alexi. Firefly, the question is, are you the developer of this game? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I do. No need to aim? What? No need to aim? Also, you skipped a VTuber Scout. Hey, we had some pretty interesting VTuber Scout streams in the past, man.
Is fraught with danger.
Well, Paguna says,
The hunt was worth
wow.
the price.
Wow. What about it? So last week we actually found a bug in this sort of, in quotation marks, optimized version of the game, where if you hold a tree in your hands or the bush,
Target practice.
it appears rendered incorrectly. So I'm glad we caught that bug before it was released. What happens if I say I'm also a dev of the game? You would be called a liar. At least at the moment you would be called a liar.
That was fun.
That was fun. I just found out you've been the developer all this time. Yeah. How about that? What? Why? Who's that? What's? Huh? I'm still the same person, right? And you're still the same person. It doesn't change anything as far as I'm concerned. Why can't we send super chat? Because I am not partnered or sponsored or affiliated or
Here we go.
whatever. Well, Puguni, how long have you been playing for? When did you join? The interrogation starts. You don't have to answer all of these questions by Obi, they're not a game developer. Oh. Where do you live? In Angeldust! I can send you my coordinates if you want. How many people are in your house? Do you live with your sister? Does she have 2 wonders?
The thrill of the hunt was worth the price.
Huh? Okay, 7 more minutes of hunting, and then finally you can all rest. Take a rest, take a break. Hey, CTR, enjoy the fat snack. I see you got it. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. What do you eat? Are the neighbors usually at home? How many camels are you willing to sell your family for? Is your house in an urban or a rural area? Thanks, you were awesome. Yes, okay. Dapank. Alright, so much for the cross interrogation. It's sort of like a good Obi, bad Obi here, if you know what I'm saying. I'm a rather old player, don't worry about it. About 8 months at a time, still playing with Fadi. There we go. Fatih, do you know anything about this? I'm not sure if Fatih is still here, by the way. Fatih might be sleeping at the moment. And Fatih's like, it wasn't me.
Shiny.
Oh, Devmira is now present. I haven't heard that name in a long time. And Obi says, I used to call Fatih Faith. Gotta have some faith. Faith. Gotta have some. It was Morge Jekyll who wrote that song. Wait, there is a good Obi. Yeah, sort of. He sent Morse code, same I used to call Fatih Faith.
Let the light of the heavens
It's a simple typo, it can happen to anyone. I've been called different names as well in the past. These things happen. It's like, you gotta have some faith, you gotta have some Fatih in it. If you have a good Loki, you thief, what? I'm not sure if Loki is still here. Yeah, Loki is still here. Maybe they were sitting on the chair, but they are not sitting on the chair. They're not the chairman. Hello, Unix. Hello.
spirits guide my power.
Oh, this is Unix. I know this. It's actually fun to see per 55 or per SS. I'm not exactly sure which version this is. Play with us. They're also pretty much near the top of the leaderboard. Tujul Bokap is joining us. Also a name we haven't seen in a long time, so I hope people are having fun with the game. Also, because we haven't looked at the Angeldust 1 season thing just yet, but there were about 6,000 or 6,200 players who participated in the last season, which is quite a lot, honestly. 6,000 players.
Taste the bitterness of
Oh, Hum says I still call him Fat He. Fat He. Fatty. Fatty and I, Faith and I are one country. I'm often invited by Faith to play together. Hey, that's very nice of them. Do you also sometimes invite Fadi to play with you? It's a very balanced chat today. Yeah, I noticed the same, Obi. It's almost Finnish. No. You Finnish? No. I'm Swedish. I probably already told this joke months ago or so. With the boy and the girl, right? Everyone has a Fatih moment in their life. Sure, we all do. I have a question, Firefly. What is the story behind the worm named Clang? Okay, so... where do I start? The worm is sort of dragon-like. And it's got a big nose, right? So... you gotta know this. Anyone who knows. It's a dragon, like. And at the time when I was developing Angeldust, I was also looking for which compiler tool chain or what kind of like build platform to use for the game. And back in those days, I figured that Clang, like LLVM and Clang, had the best compilation performance or like the best optimized code for the game compared to a GCC, for instance. So when I was looking for names for the dragons, I thought, hey, we've got Clang, which is the sort of shock or the electrical variant of the worm. I was like, hey, the Clang project, or LLVM Clang project, has got a dragon as a logo. And it kind of looks like mechanical, sort of like electrical-ish. Like, forgive the mental leap here, from like a steel appearance or a silver appearance to the shock to the electricity thing. I was like, hey, why just not call the dragon Clang? It's a nice reference to the compiler, which we use for the game. So that's why it's called Clang. Got it? Got it? Hum says, I still call him Fat He, okay. Firefly, where the profile picture? What? Where the profile picture? What profile picture? Whose profile picture? What? Wait, me? My nickname in the game is Tujul Bokap. Hey Tujul, I saw you enter the game just a few moments ago. You did well. Hey Firefly, do you want to learn Indonesian a little bit? Sure, if you have some easy words. Dutch and Indonesian are pretty close together, tied close together, I believe. Like oranje, oranje is oranje, the color orange. And there are probably other words, like trottoir is probably a word like which means the sidewalk. We've got Lunetta joining us. Hey, we can do one more battle. And Hum says, nailed it. As in, the Fatih name? And Obi says, damn, it actually has a dragon logo. Nice, very nice. The Clang dragon doesn't quite have a big nose, but it's very nice anyway. Yeah, so that's why I called it Clang. Trottoir is French, yes, but it's also Indonesian. Tushul Bokap is a sussy name, so just don't read it out loud. Okay, I don't worry about it. Was Indonesia colonized by Netherlands or something? I think so, yeah. It used to be a Dutch colony. There were spices there, and there were spice girls, and we were like, fire up the rockets, we're going to Indonesia. We can do this. That's probably also why we have a lot of Indonesian and Chinese restaurants with like Indonesian Chinese cuisine. Because we sort of got used to those spices and those tastes and flavors back in the day. Excuse me, warehouse picture. Huh? They should be rendering again, Alexi. Like the demon had crashed before, I can check, just interactively. There was a bit of a problem before, but yeah, it is actually running. So if you have a updated house, it should render. It is running. I've checked it. Better go catch it.
The way ahead is fraught with danger.
Let's go. It's ICEBERG. Okay. Obi was once Europe. Let that sink in. Let's find the final epic and battle boss. Finger jiggy. Finger jiggy. Let's see if we can find something cool here.
They will feel my fury.
And they will fear my fury. You know this. Isn't it the Hydra?
All of the hunt was worth the price.
A fun day is hari yang menyenangkan. Okay, that was unexpected. I believe that the English version, a fun day, is easier to pronounce and to remember. Hari yang menyenangkan. Menyenangkan. Maybe. But I've yet to see someone outsmart a bullet. Who touched Sasha? Okay, there's 3 Moas. Okay, let's kill these 3 Moas. And boss. 3 Moas, they form the end bosses today. It's the white birds. We just get them. Get it? Okay. I'm still convinced that old colonies that aren't colonies anymore would be better today if they had stayed colonies. It's hard to tell with these things. You never know what they would have turned out like otherwise. There is something to be said. This is like, I have never thought about this, so don't take this the wrong way. There is something to be said about the fact that if a bigger country is actually able to invade a country and sort of like colonize it, then the host country, the original country, wasn't strong enough to like stand on its own. So there's probably something to be said that the country got like stronger, or like for some definition of better, because of this colonization. Because apparently there was not a huge military presence, or there was like no concerted effort to push back the invaders.
Let's do some hunting.
So like evolution wise or mathematically seen, maybe that is the case, but I'm not sure if you can draw these conclusions just as easily. Who is this Sasha? Who touched Sasha? It's the gun from the heavy class from Team Fortress 2. I'm still okay. Good hair Firefly is rambut yang bagus Firefly. Okay, let's just walk around willy-nilly, see if we can find something more. Black boy is left. Black boy is back. Ooh, black boy. No, Obi, I don't want to be part of Portugal again. Okay, that's your well, that's just your opinion, man. Now Portugal, everything should be British. British is the best colonist. Maybe one you'd be saying, or maybe weehee, wahi, yeah. Rambut yang bagus Firefly. Hey, it's the good hair, best hair Firefly. Lunetta is left. Lunetta is back. Good Firefly, yeah. Rambut Firefly. I am hoping that Rambut is good. Or young Firefly, or Ragus, Bagus. Bag it up. Enzo is new here. Let's give Enzo the time of their life. And see if we can find one more creature. Imagine Firefly was actually swearing. Yeah, you can imagine all day long. I have no idea what I'm actually saying. Trollol, Firefly! It's... yeah. I've learned my lesson with these exotic languages. I tried my best though. It was pretty fun pronouncing that name. I tried my best. Da pank is left. Hey, would you like the pancake? Hey, I hear a troll. I hear a troll. Troll and boss. Troll and boss. For reals. For reals. Boo boo. Ghost in the pal. Yeah, ghost in the pal. Ghost in the NTSC. But you typed called it before. Did you mean called it because of the pronunciation of Fatih's name? Or did you say call it because of the Clang name? Firefly, where's your long hair? Yeah, I went to the barber this week. They cut it off. It's a bit too short for my liking. But hey, it'll grow back. It'll grow back. It's somewhat like we talked about this earlier with Obi. They said like it's an undercut if the sides are like very short and then the top is long. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed style or so. I have no idea how to style it just yet, but it'll grow longer again. Don't worry about it. It'll get longer. That's what she said. Anyway, the Clang name. We had a thing about it on Discord. Yeah, so that's the thing, and it's actually inspired because of the tool chain that the game uses for compilation. Obi, did you know that player? Yeah, we know the player. What about PBR? You stopped uploading content on the second channel. Yes, yes, boss. Yes, I'm working on a side project at the moment. But I will be back with the PBR thing. And it will become public, and I will actually publish the videos. It will be fun.
The spirits will guide my hand against these foes.
Obi wok wok, not the player. Short undercut. Fadi says, Firefly, help. The Indonesian keeps saying my name. I'm scared. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. I get people saying my name in a lot of different languages each week, and you'll get used to it. You are getting cursed, Obi. I thought I saw one more creature over here, so let's see if we can find it. There's always just one more creature in the world, right? Oh, controllers or CTR has started riding it. Terror, Obi, they're threatening me. Are you threatening me? Well, maybe I am. Throw him back in the bus to Mexico along with the others. Ghost, Obi. Yeah, we should get on our way with the memes and with the video by Angelio and with the iceberg. We're just... I'm stalling for time here. Come on. But come on, just one more cool creature. Come on, we're in a cool area, so we can find a cool creature. Come on. Give it to me. Mammoth, woolly rhino. I'm just going to pause buffer my way through this. Here we go. Firefly is white as snow. This is what happened when you learn Indonesian from me. Oh yeah. As a game dev I say ban them. No. You don't ban your most well-known players. Just spawn one with the spawn server command. I will spawn you with the spawn server command. /ban Obi forever. Perma. Firefly, do you have a TikTok account? Nope. I don't have a TikTok account, sorry. I have seen some TikTok videos though, so I am familiar with the platform, at least somewhat, but I don't have a TikTok account, so... Sorry, another battle, yes, Clang compiler. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, your commands don't filter white space if you do 2 spaces. Indeed, it's a very simple parser, it's foolproof, so it can never crash. You can do the default dance, I can do the default dance. Do the D-A-N-C-E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just A-Z as ABC, that's how you do it, right? You were such a PYT, catching all the lights. I want the Ninja Hero next update, but it's already in the game, bro. The ninja is already in the game, and I'm going to make this joke with Angeldust video as well. Also, just one more creature. This is the motto that made me #1 on the coin leaderboard. Hehe. I agree, Alexi. It's a very good game. I played it on its original release, I think. I'm not sure. It's a very good game. You can own a house, you can own a boat. As far as I'm concerned, it's the GOAT. So, really cool. We finally found a creature worthy of our attention. Dafa nama in-game muap? What? What are you saying, sir? English, do you speak it?
This could be helpful.
What about it? What were we talking about? Other things. Oh yeah, so that hero is already in the game.
Yeah, sweet.
Sweet hole. Deck the holes. Whoa, Gaston, Kugira, oh, hey, man, whoa. Da Pank is my name in the game. My name in the game. Pretty insane, he's got no name. Tripod dead, ICEBERG time. Faceberg. Quick. Ha 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 ha. Oh no! Enzo is dead, bro. Enzo is dead, bro. There we go. Tripod is down. I repeat, enemy gate is down. Alright, that's it. That's it. Thanks for the hunt. More hunting next week. Today we'll do more memes and the ICEBERG finale. See you on the live stream. And next week. Have a nice weekend.
It's time to put our knowledge to the test.
Oh wait for me, Firefly. I have something important to tell you. Yeah. Final ICEBERG layers today, Eunuchs. Time of memes and ICEBERG. Pumbaa. Okay, let's go. See you next time. Bye and thank you for playing. I'll check it later on live. Thanks, and you were awesome. Alright, we're exiting the game, switching to the desktop camera, exiting the game, bada bing, bada boom. It's what we always do. Tulu betari, beta yatu, beta laku, beta taru, beta din. That's how we do it. I have no idea what I just said. The memes. Some cool stuff got sent in this week. Remember this one? Yang Gang Bong. Remember this one? The awesome fighter that Alexi drew on a wall somewhere. Bye man. So that's pretty cool. We have one more. Alexi is back with the next one. It's the builder on the same wall. I'm pretty sure it's the same builder. I'm pretty sure it's the same wall. It's a different hero, of course, but it's the same wall. I'm pretty sure. Lamau. Come on, it's the builder. Next up. This one is much more visible than the fighter one last time, so Alexi definitely learned not to use a gray crayon or a gray medium on a gray wall. So there you go. And it's really cool. Le Builder. It looks cool, not gonna lie. Hey, it looks pretty cool and doesn't afraid of anything. At least you can see it now. Yeah, so GG. Great improvement on your street art, Alexi. And it's looking good. It's Russian artwork. There you go. Russian artwork. There's another one, and I have no idea if this is an offensive portrait to someone. Sort of looks like a pirate, I think, of sorts. Sort of like the hat reminds me of a pirate. This must be the weirdest thing ever to witness. Some Russian guy randomly drawing on the wall. Hey, we have it all. We have people confessing to crimes. We have Russians doing the times. We have Indonesians saying the lines. And you've got me busting the rhymes. I mean, that's what we do here on Angeldust Live, right? It's all we do. Obi gatau kekuatan. Quick. I guess I'll join in. Yes, I agree with Ruan. Me too. I always agree with Ruan. Obi tidak mengerti apa yang kita bicarakan. Karakan. Wik. Okay, so if anyone can type in English again, that would be nice. But this looks like a pirate portrait. Like Captain Whitebeard, because his beard is white. They also call him Captain Whiteskin, because his skin is white. But he's more famously known as Captain Whitehat, because his hat is white. But some people refer to him as Captain White Eyes, because he's got white eyes. So that's this pirate. You know it. Then next up, we've got some Fatih memes, and they're absolutely top-notch spicy memes. One is maybe a bit too spicy. I'm still going to show it, because it looks innocent enough, but yeah, you never know what's going on. Yo, what? Yeah, let's go. Here we go. So I think the first one that was posted was the actual Timmy discovery. Check it out. It's just so good. Yeah, I already deduced that wik was haha in Indonesian. I'm very good at telling and interpreting languages like this. Lemau. Yeah, this is very Lemau. This is such a spicy. This is such a good meme. This is like such a good one. And you can even make your own ones with the template that Fatih has provided. So check the go ahead and do it thread. It's the probably 180th post or something. They found Timmy. This meme is amazing. Yeah, this meme is amazing. I know it from like the original from the Soy Boys. I'm going to call them Soy Boys because that's what they are. And it's like those two soy boys like pointing to the back while something is happening or whatever. And it got like adapted to anything or everything, and it's just so good. Like with the scout and the fighter, like they are recognizable as the scout and the fighter. Amazing job there. But you can also see that it's the soy boy meme, right? Yeah, I know. I know all of the memes. The build, this is just so good. Hum didn't know it. That too bad for Hum. But like, it's pretty cool. So and like as far as I can tell, I'm seeing the soy boys here, and I'm like, okay. There's also a gun over here. I have no idea why, but I think the original had a gun there. But it's we're going to overlook that fact here. It's still kid friendly or family friendly, but it's pretty cool. The other one was this one. It's a bit spicy. Like there's two heroes, as you can see. This is just what happens. But yeah, like this is Angeldust 2. Lemau. Anyway, let's not talk about this one too much. Then we have this version with the scout, but I don't actually know the inner meme, so you still have the soy boy meme. I'm going to keep calling and referring it like as that. I don't know what the inner meme is. Like IU. Yeah, it said IU, but I have no idea what IU means. You can actually make me laugh IRL. Yeah, I was just pointing it out because I was surprised that there was actually a gun like added to this as well. Lemau, IU, I have no idea what it is. My son. No, this is not your son. But it's pretty cool seeing like the Whittle Scout next to the Soy Boy Scout. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so next up we have the template. So that you can also download this one from the link that Fadi has provided. So you can make your own super meme-worthy Soy Boy Scout fighter thing. There you go. It's so Lemau. Yeah, it's so Lemau. Now that's a hot scout. Wait, whatever you call it, don't worry about it. But hey, those were some top-notch memes, Fadi. That's why I called you all mad lads at the start of the stream instead of my usual opening. So let's place the builder. I might add it next to the fighter on the wall. It's just so good. And here we go. We have Angelio's video coming up. For those of you who don't know, Angelio was working on a build called Senavoy, and they made a trailer for this build. Senavoy coming soon. There you go. And I will show you the video for this right here, right now. I will talk about it later on. Alright, so the video is pretty short, it's 30 seconds or so. Xenovoy coming soon this month. As you can see, Angelio made a very cool custom logo for this build. Like I said, you can probably tell that there's a sort of Japanese theme to it. So you see the three heroes here. They are in like sort of ancient Japanese attire. So like let's go through all three of them. So on the left we have the builder. The builder has transformed into sort of like I'm going to call this a Japanese worker man or something. Still got the hammer, but it's got a different hat to it and a different kind of garment. Sort of looks like a Japanese kimono of sorts. Then on the right side, like on the far right, you have the fighter, which has transformed into a samurai. Really cool, with a samurai helmet and a different kind of shield. Like the belt, the waist belt has turned into this sort of like more fabric-ish style, sort of. And the armor itself has also changed into some sort of leatherish design, looks like. And a samurai sword, of course. And then in the center of the three, you have the sorceress turned into another Japanese style girl wizard, I'm going to call her, with a different kind of staff and a different helmet, which is really cool. So, really cool. This is fire. Yeah, this is fire. I mean, it's one thing to make a new wonder in a certain style, but then to redraw the logo with the three heroes, it's just so good. It's really good. And then, yeah, a lot of effort and time went into this. In the back, you can sort of see a Japanese temple form silhouette. And then, like, there's a bit of sort of Japanese, whatchamacallit, blossom, like cherry blossom trees or so going on. And it's just so good. It's so really well done. Really well done, Angelio, for this part with the logo. And then we also, of course, have the video of the build itself, which is in the background with the logo on top. So one thing that I noticed initially is the following. Yeah, so sorry that my camera is a little bit blown out. I can't really do much about it. Maybe I can sit back a little bit. The logo is very sexy. Yeah, the coloring is also really cool. Like the three heroes, they have these this red purplish color scheme to it. So really cool. Really cool. So there's... Can't wait to see this version out, indeed. But in the back of the screen, like in the back of the build video, I can sort of make out, see, these shapes, and they are in the air. See this? And I'm betting on this being some sort of like fortune balloons. I'm not sure what to call them. But there's this custom that we sometimes do in the Netherlands as well, at like a wedding of sorts. And then in the evening, you have these sort of balloons, hot air balloons, like tiny forms of them. And you place a small candle inside of them. You light the candle and then the balloon will take off. Hopefully it will not set fire to any nearby farms or something. So maybe those are like wishing balloons in the sky. I have no idea if that's actually true, but you do see some... It also sort of looks like a jellyfish with some tendrils or so hanging off. So it's really good. And the video is very good, very close to being like an official Angeldust video. Maybe. And you can definitely see that we're moving or traversing, well, during this flight scene, we are actually entering these temple sort of shapes that you saw in the back of the logo. So I'm really digging this kind of style of presentation. It leaves a lot to the imagination, but you can still make out some elements, which is really cool. Well, one thing that I'm missing though, so like I said, what I do not understand is how Angelio made better versions of the three heroes. So you have the builder, the fighter, and the sorceress. And one thing that I do not understand is why Angelio didn't include the scout in this as well. So why only three heroes? Maybe that's another clue to the design of the build or something. Maybe someone has got other theories or ideas for this. So you have a sort of reskin of the builder, a reskin of the fighter on the right, and a reskin of the sorceress. I have no idea why the scout is not included. Maybe that's sort of an Easter egg that you will actually find out once you're in the build yourself, once you actually like visit Xenovoy. But it's really weird. Like maybe that's the joke, or maybe that's like the idea that the scout is absent. I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea. So Angelio isn't here at the moment, probably watching a movie or maybe taking a shower again. But we should ask Angelio. But so far, I'm loving this. I'm loving it. I'm loving this like dearly. It's really well made. I've never seen anyone go to like similar lengths to present or introduce their wonder. So I have high expectations and also high hopes, of course, of the wonder. So really, like, applause for Angelio. I think that's the memes for today. And the thumbnail of the stream, you've already seen this at the start of the stream, is the bottom layers of the iceberg. There's a lot of things going on here. So let's go through them like in the pace that we did last week. Hopefully we can do it in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then we'll have a 3-hour stream. I would be happy. And then we finally have all of the layers of the iceberg talked about. You won't be disappointed, Angelio says. I really got carried away on that project. Looking forward to it, Angelio, knowing like the standards and the size and the scope of the builds that you've already done. It's probably going to be amazing. And I know you've been working on this for years now, or at least conceptualizing it and working on it on and off maybe for years, close to a year at least. So looking forward to what it is, what it looks like. I have high expectations because I know you as a builder, and you will probably have done a great job. Angelio, tell him when you drew the logo. Tell me when you drew the logo. I've opened up the iceberg image already. I drew the logo in September 2021. Alright, so that's already more than half a year ago. So that shows. But it's a great work. Like, you recolor the logo, but the colors are nicely consistent with each other. Like, it's only 3 heroes, of course, so you have a little bit less, what you would say, you don't have to like tune 4 heroes to each other. So with 3 heroes, it's a bit easier. But the colors and the shades of red and purple, they match very nicely. So great job there. And Obi says, oh wait, that's 6 months ago. That's what I said, bro. That's what I said, bruh. It's a long time ago. It's still a long time ago. There's one thing that I want to add. Last time we talked about Monique. Also, I'm now wearing the black shirt because we're diving even deeper and the water is getting even more opaque and the colors, like all of the light, is dissipating real quickly. So I really want to try and close the door a bit so that my face isn't blown out and I can actually use this video for other purposes as well. So one moment, I will disconnect my earphones. Hopefully you can still hear me. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, and Fatih, you can still explain the Guild Nusantara. We sort of saw it as a guild that you created and didn't really get a lot of traction. But maybe there's more to it, so tell us if you know more about it. You don't need earphones in anyway, Firefly. Yeah, but maybe we're going to watch videos and listen to the sound and I want to hear what the video says. So that's just what I do. What I wanted to add is Monique. So we talked about Monique being a good player of the game, building very nice things. If you want to have a impression or an idea of the kind of things that Monique has built, I'd urge you to watch the Wonder video on Steam. So let me open up that real quickly. We probably open with that here. Yeah, so this Wonder video. Oh, I'm streaming. Hey, that's me. This Wonder Showcase video. Let me see if we can get a bit of sound going here. This video actually includes a few builds by Monique, or at least one build that I know of. And don't ask me how I did it, but I got some footage of the Wonder, so let me see if we can find it here. This is Obi's nice castle. Alexi, this is by Ruan. Obi. This is Angelio. This is Lieutenant Joseph. This is G, the Russian player. Alexi. Ruan. Let's see. Obi, of course, Angelio, other players. Alexi, Obi. Is it in this video? It's not in this video, is it? It's a Wonder Showcase, it's not a Wonder, so it's not in this video. I hope you liked all the sound effects I added for the video. I will need to listen to them again, Angelio. I don't have them at the front of my hearing. The whoosh effect was nice. Monica Castle. Guild News Antara. Gaston says, is a guild of mine. At some point another guild was made next to us and we had a war, but the war never happened because of the people quit, but the battlefield was already made. Okay. No, and Monique's building is not in there. Monique's building is in this video. In the actual 3.0 trailer. Check it out. We're going to skip ahead a bit. Let's see. We cannot skip ahead. We can skip ahead. Let's see if we can find it. This is built by Monique. I think it is called The Garden. It's pretty. Anyway, there you go. So that's Monique and Guild News Antara. Like Gaston just said, hey, it was a guild prepared for a guild battle against another clan. The players quit, the battlefield was built, but there was no battle at all. And that happened. That happened. And then Monique built the garden, as far as I know, yes. And Obi says, I've been there. Okay, so we have 2 full levels of memes and of lore. Let's see if we can go through these. First of all is Firefly praying. I don't know much about this, but this is a emote on Discord, as far as I know. In some streams, I used to make like this pose or do something like this while thinking. Sometimes I'm like this and sometimes I like this. It's sort of my go-to pose when I'm overthinking things while appearing to think about things. So that someone like cut it out and made a emote out of that, sort of like the emotes that you see on Twitch, and it was called Firefly Praying. So that's as far as I know. Add anything if you know more about this, but that's what I know about Firefly Praying. And I just did it again, so like just like this. And Gaston says the battlefield for the guilds was pretty cool. I can show you, maybe at a later time, Gaston. There are apparently many different Firefly praying emotes according to Obi, so that's pretty cool. Firefly praying, there you go. This is a pretty fun one, Priestess. It's the name that people have for one of the creatures in the game that you will not see at the moment. We had it during a special Halloween sort of season thing. Which reminds me that we can also take a look still at the Season 1 rankings on the stream. But the Priestess is a very rare creature that will be reintroduced to the game in a different shape and a different form soonish. And she will be integral to a new kind of thing in the game. So that's the Priestess. I cannot talk about this too much. TimmyXX has made a screenshot, so there's at least one screenshot with the soy boys in front, where you can sort of see what the Priestess looks like. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. My wife combined this with pirate to make pirate praying. Okay. Okay. Next up we have Edge of the World. Not exactly sure what people mean by this. I can tell you that there have been people who went beyond where other players have went, and they actually found something that could be described as the edge of the world. You can go there if you visit. There's a specific wonder in the game currently that is not as wide as it is long, and if you take the time to actually explore how long it is and keep going, you might be able to make it to something that resembles an edge of the world. Make of that what you will. People have tales about the edge of the world. See if you can see what they mean. See what they mean. We have the Valesi Priest, not to be confused with the Priestess that we just talked about. Valesi Priest is not the male counterpart to the Priestess. Valesi Priest is integral to the Valesi Wonder built by Ruan. And that wonder was built during a time when the game didn't support NPCs yet. And Ruan had the superb idea, honestly, it was a superb idea, to make new accounts for the sort of NPCs or the lore going on in the Wonder, and then placing holo scrolls with those named NPC accounts. So you would have a holo scroll sitting in the Wonder, and if you walked over that, it would say Valessi Priest says this and that. It was a genius concept. I'm not sure if anyone else had done that before. So it was NPCs avant la lettre, to say it in sort of English-French combined. It was NPCs before you had NPCs. But here's the thing. You had the Valessi Soldier, you had the Valessi Priest, maybe there was even a sort of a Valessi Barber sort of character. There were different Valessi characters. You can probably find the entire list by looking it up on the website. We can do so interactively. Let me try and look up the Valessi NPCs. Valessi, here we go. We've got the Valessi Baker, the Valessi Barber, Valessi Barrier, the Citizen, Doctor, Priest, Soldier, Tailor, and the Teleport. So that is one piece of lore about the Valessi Priest. But what is more about the Valessi Priest is the actual story that was conveyed with those holo scrolls about the Valessi Priest. I'm not sure if it exists today still, if you can visit Valessi and find out the story, but I would urge you to do so. I will not spoil too much, but it was a pretty involved story, and it made you think. It made you think about what is this priest doing. So, 2 bits of lore, like NPCs before there were NPCs, and also a pretty intriguing story that's being told this way. So, go ahead and check it out. You can watch the live stream. There was a live stream where I visited Valessi, and we sort of went through all of these clues. There was an entire quest line dedicated to the Valessi Priest. So it's a cool story. Go ahead and check it out. So those are the 4 things on the left. Let's move over to the right a little bit. Fido, or Fido as I call it in Dutch. Fido. This is sort of ipso facto, as they say in Old Latin, like the fact itself, Fido. What more can I tell about this? If you know, you know. But this is the official name for the font that is used in Angeldust. Fido. And it is being typeset here in itself, so that's why I said ipso facto. The fact that you see this, the medium is the message. Fido is the font that we use in Angeldust. If you want to sort of make something look like an Angeldust meme, use this font. It's made by Canada Type. It's a paid font, as far as I know. They released an updated version a few years ago with international glyphs included into it. That never made it into the game so far. We use sort of a combination of Fido and I think it's Tahoma, like one of the Microsoft open web font things, mixed together to support all of the glyphs. But the base font set is in Fido. Ruan says Fido is the font. Yes. I will try my best to tie those together, Hum. Thank you. Next up, Hum art. What I can tell you about this, and please type the background already in the chat, because there's a bit of background that I always forget or don't know about too much. Hum art is the official name or the file name, as far as I know, of the painting by Hum that is in the game. The one that looks like crudely drawn in pixel style with like a little bit of garish colors. But hey, it's in the game. It's always been sort of a meme that this was a piece of art related to the game. And it actually made it into the game, I think during the call for artwork too. It's there, it's pretty memey, but it's there. But there's a bit of lore attached to it that people are hopefully typing in the YouTube chat at the moment. Probably has to do with the Discord server and the Discord community. But this is the groundbreaker piece of art where you see sort of a side view of a sorcerer standing on a savannah with a trapper, I believe, incoming. And the sorcerer is shooting Havoc Storm at a rhino that is digging a tunnel in a thing. So that's pretty cool. It represents Hum's hunting grounds and tunnels. Okay, there you go. So Hum art not only refers to the art piece, but also the art that is made this way in the world itself, where Hum trains or like incites the rhinos to dig these tunnels in the hunting grounds or in the landscape. There you go. Which also brought a bit of problem with it, because if you claim a land, the rhinos will not be able to dig anymore. So it's a bit of a precarious balance there. If you claim the lands, they're yours and they can't be griefed, but the rhinos will not be able to dig anymore. So that's what's going on. And the painting legit shows the tunnels, I mean. Yeah, true, there you go. We had a discussion, Hum says, on Discord about people's art ability, and I claimed I had none, but after many hours of Days of Agalon, I posted a picture and people loved it. That's exactly what happened. And it got included in the games, in the game itself. So there you go, Hum art. And it's there. You can buy it, I think, from the shop for $1,000. My meme was to add it as a discoverable block if you kill the rhino, but it was too hard to make that work, in the sense that the game supports unlocking blocks when you discover a creature, but I had to specifically code up some new features for that, and I didn't want to do it, so that's why you can just purchase it from the shop. But it's pretty cool, next up we have 64 rings. This sort of sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog reference or something, but none of that. The 64 rings... I don't want to spoil too much. The 64 rings is a reference to something that permeates the Angeldust game world. Ooh. It sort of goes hand in hand with this one, and this also ties into the edge of the world, the Angeldust donut world. Ooh. People have sometimes wondered, what does the game world look like if you would map it out entirely? Like, what would it look like? What kind of topology would it have? So here you have a few hints. Angeldust donut world, 64 rings, and edge of the world. Go and figure out, how do all of these tie together? A few players already know this, or a few players have got a good indication of what to expect, but nobody knows for sure. Hum says, I never heard the discovery bonus, that would have been icing on the cake. Yes, it would have been, but I couldn't make it work. And Gaston says, I do not understand, Sag. Okay. Also, the Angeldust map was added later to the game, Hum adds. That's entirely true. And the map lets you at least get some kind of like clue as to what you're doing. There's also a map exporting feature that can help you. And now I've given you all of the tools and all of the mental baggage that you need to start working on these kind of like conundrums. Next up is Hidden Wonders. Wonders weren't always part of the game, I believe, or maybe they were, but I don't think they were. Wonders were added somewhere, I think, in 2.x or so. I don't think we had wonders in 1.x. Wonders being designated game world areas appointed as a wonder that you can visit using the wonder button in the telecharger. And it is entirely cool, because it's nice to be able to publicly share the great buildings and the great work of very skilled and talented builders and players of the game. But there was a time, and I think Pax Anima, the build by Alexi and by Connor Pones, was the first one to be so. Sometimes these wonders deteriorate, or like the original builders decide to go in a direction that doesn't match my aesthetic preference anymore. And then somewhere in, I think, a 3.x build on the server side, I introduced an option for me to hide wonders as well. So not only be able to add them, but to hide them. They still have the wonder status, and the players are still recognized as being a wonder builder, but you will not be able to find the wonder using the wonder button anymore. And that's what Hidden Wonders is. Now, the big question is, to all of the players watching right now, how many Hidden Wonders are there at the moment? Knowing that Pax Anima got restored to its previous glory days 2 weeks ago, I believe. So Pax Anima is back on the list, but there are still Hidden Wonders in the rotation. How many and which ones? Can you tell? Obi asks on YouTube, how many Hidden Wonders are there and who has the most? A new leaderboard. It is here. I will check it. I will look it up interactively here. Give me a second. I will try to open up the database. Here we go. I see 3 Hidden Wonders. There are 3 Hidden Wonders. The first one being Obi's photon computer. I think we talked about this in a previous level or previous layer of the iceberg, the photon computer built by Obi, which is a wonder. It's impressive. It's super amazing. but it's also sort of hard to convey to a new player or to a visitor of the game. It's sort of hard to throw them into the computer and them wondering or like being amazed by it, because you need to see it in action, and that takes a bit of like setting up. And aesthetically, it's very impressive because of the sheer scope and number of photon conduits, but it doesn't really have like a super aesthetic thing, like being beautiful because of a design or something. It's beautiful because it's technical, it works, it's giant in scope, it's an amazing project, but that's hard to convey to a newer player just looking for a pretty village or a pretty cathedral or a pretty statue or something. So one hidden wonder, that's the photon computer. Then I have a second one, which is sort of a utility thing. Can't really tell you what it is. Yeah, I can tell you what it is. It sort of ties in with the with another thing that's on the list here. Let me see if we already had it. Yeah, okay, so it's actually a typo. It's the striped road, not the stripped road, but it's the striped road. But the striped road is broken up into two wonders because it's actually there was a claim somewhere in the middle of the striped road, so I had to break it into two pieces. So one piece of the striped road is one wonder and one is another wonder. So that's the second hidden wonder. And the third hidden wonder is the Palace of Soviets by Mr. Master. We talked about this in the previous layer of the iceberg, or one of the previous layers of the iceberg, where I had a bit of problems having real life people, real life like political leaders being depicted in a wonder in a game world that's made for fantasy. So that was my main problem, but Mr. Master still deserved the Wonder Builder credit for all intents and purposes. So they have the Wonder Builder badge, they have a hidden wonder listed on their profile, and this is the Palace of Soviets. If you want to learn more about that, see the previous layer in the iceberg, previous iceberg video, or the links on the forums called the Palace of the Soviets. You could unclaim that claim now though, considering how your standings on that have changed. That's actually a second wonder. I think the Violet Castle is in the middle of the striped road, which is preventing a single wonder to extend from all the way to the other. So it's not just a claim, it's another wonder that's in the way. And it's technically built so that wonders cannot overlap. So a claim can only be assigned to a single wonder. Okay, so we went over Hum Art, 64 rings, Angeldust Donut World, Hidden Wonders. Okay, this one we're going to skip. This was a meme, the Fanboy Builder. This was a meme by, I think, Fatih and Obi, and everyone thought it was hilarious. I still don't get it. I still don't get what this is all about. But people enjoyed it, and it's really cool. And yeah, that's just all I'm going to say about it. Never mind all of the essays that people are going to write in the YouTube chat. This is this one. There you go. Show it. People can look it up if they want. It's getting hot in here, so I'm going to open up the door. Show it. You can probably look it up, or if you go to Discord or on the forums and ask for a picture of it, you can probably find it. So that's all on this one. We're moving on. Green room. The green room is a room inside of a build by Lucy, and it was a maze of sorts where you had to enter. I think it was a hotel, like the entirety of the build was sort of a hotel with a parkour thing associated to it, but also like this maze or this hunt for the entrance to the green room. And we had this live stream, not sure which number it was, where I actually did this challenge, like the green room challenge, let's call it that. And I wasn't able to find the green room. I could see it, and I could see it from many different windows and many different like ways and pathways inside of the build, but I couldn't get there. And during the stream, I think Ruwan or maybe Alexi or maybe Obi or some other player was actually able to get into the green room, and I was like, how, why? And even with instructions, I wasn't able to do it, I think. But with a lot of hand holding, I eventually was able to get into the green room. That's what I remember of it. Let me know if I sort of skipped over story elements, but this is how I experienced it. And I think I had a headache as well. Ruan has something to say about the green room. Ruan has cheated to find the green room. The green room, Obi says, should be a hidden wonder, not gonna lie. And about Mr. Master's build, Angeli says, one can simply travel through the 12 kingdoms to get there anyway, so it's no big deal that the wonder is hidden. Okay, some advice there. Alexi got there first, Ruan says, and then Alexi got there. Nice. Obi found it by being lost so long that Lucy showed me the way to the room. There you go. Oh, I remember. I suddenly remember. There was this trick where you had to walk up some stairs, do a 360, and then jump onto sort of a hidden ledge to the back when you were actually ascending the stairs. That's what I sort of remember now. It's all coming back to me. Let's move on to the next one. Too smart for the green room, yes. Okay, I'm going to circle to the right here, and then we'll do these 5 ones. Yes. Starting with void location. What can I tell you about void location? The void, it's actually not void, but the void, as it's called in the game. The void is the player versus player area in the game where different rules apply. And you shoot each other instead of only the monsters. It's a pretty nice location. It's got all kinds of biomes sort of mixed throughout in a sort of floating island pattern, which is really cool. It's made for a lot more players than we usually have on the player versus player battle. So it's sort of a circular area where you can do player versus player battles, and you can just spread out and sort of make it manageable that way. And you could wonder where it is. And it sort of ties in with the Donut World, 64 rings, edge of the world, void location. Try to make a mental image of what the world looks like. It might not be what you expect. Hum is always asking me for a build of the game before the void got introduced to see what things look like. Okay, here we have again, it's called striped road stations, but it's called stripped road stations here. I'm not specifically familiar with the road stations. I do know that all along the striped road there are constructions by players, and Spaces Green and Robotic, who started this striped road project, wanted it to be a community effort and say hey, we are going to build this road. Anyone can claim next to the road, can build something cool next to the road, so that players who traverse the striped road have something nice to look at. It's been a very successful project. There have been many builds along the striped road. I'm not specifically sure what the stations here mean. And Obi adds, Monique builds along the road. There we go. So this ties in with Monique, the player that we just discussed and also discussed last live stream on the previous layer. And Monique builds along the road, and she has one station every 50 or so claims. Hum can explain more. Alright. It doesn't really ring a bell just yet, but it's starting to make sense. So Hum says, see message to Miss Telaneri. Also notice how well made the iceberg layers are. I put things that relate to each other in the same layers. Yeah, great job. So far, to both Fadi and Obi, the iceberg has proven to be a very fun nostalgia tour of sorts, diving into the lore that you do not see about the game and sort of the meta lore about Angeldust. I'm enjoying this. It gives me something to talk about and to show to players, and some of these things we've all been through together, which is also really cool. So the striped road stations, something to do with Monique, Miss Telaneri I see here. I'm not sure how to piece it together, but that's about as far as I can go into it right now. Here's another mysterious one. Void walls. I think this is related to the void again, and this is sounding scary. I urge you to explore. Here we have the another one. Again, striped road. This should read striped road ending. I know something about this because I'm actually friends with Spaces Green and with Robotic, the players who initiated the striped road project. There is an end to the striped road. It has a beginning and it has an end. The beginning is pretty much near the starting village, and the beginning is pretty much near the city of heroes that you see as a wonder in the game. The striped road itself also is a wonder, so if you see that wonder, you start at the sort of start of the striped road. You can go all the way to the end. There's an end to it. And there's a very cool surprise waiting for you there. Some players try to spoil the surprise using the player's leaderboard and using their house sort of as a small scale miniature of what the striped road ending looks like. But try and get there yourself. It's pretty rewarding. There's a nice ending of the striped road. Obi also adds to the stations or the builds by Monique along the striped road. There's even a 3D maze, which is really nice, and a photo thing that unlocks different parts of the build, which I remember that you had something to do with as well. I remember you making some photo unlocks for parts of the build. Some players copy-paste it, sure. Here we go. This is the last one in this layer. Pexanima. People might ask, what is Pexanima? It's the wonder, sort of the wondrous village that Alexei Makarov and Connor Pones have built together. It's two wonders, sort of. We have an east side and a west side, so take your pick. And it was a very nice build around the start of 2020. It was fully to my aesthetic tastes, and then Alexei had the idea of being like the first, or of having the first Angeldust wonder with an evolving story, which is a pretty cool idea. And then Pexanima sort of evolved into a smoldering crater where meteorites or something had landed, or maybe Crimson sort of like took a liking to the place and started demolishing stuff. But it was a smoldering piece of land with like shards of crimson crystal thingamajigs and smoke coming off. And I thought like, okay, I get the narrative, I get the idea, I get the aesthetic idea and the like artistic vision behind this, but it's not something that I want new players to see the first thing they try and click the wonder button in the game. And Pexanima sort of led to the introduction of the wonder hiding, the hidden wonders that we talked about a few moments ago. And subsequently, or at least eventually, a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago from this live stream or so, Alexei asked if I could help restore Pexanima back to its former state, and I actually did, because players had been asking me to do so, but I said like, no, it's up to Alexei, and I will not pressure them, or I will not ask them to think about this, because it's their artistic vision, their wonder. I don't have any say in this, and I don't want anyone else to sort of like interfere with this creative process. But Alexei asked, and I restored the build to its previous state, and I think it's great. I think it's great for new players to be able to actually visit that place. Pexanima is heavily featured in screenshots and in trailers, and it's a lovely build. I think it's got some nice elements to it, a nice river, a bridge, two sides, like next to the river side. Some nice buildings, the lava cave is there. Like great stuff all around. And it's back for everyone to enjoy. What's not to like? The pretty parts of the striped road are by Monique, Hum adds. And things happened and rip Pexanima part 2. Yeah, but hey, we're back. So that concludes the final, the one, how would you call this? This concludes the, what's the word? Like the last but one layer? Penultimate? So that concludes the penultimate layer of the iceberg, and now we're diving into the super obscure things. Here we go. Ooh, this is like a trip down memory lane. This is a trip down memory lane. Sky City. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the Sky City that the author of this iceberg meme is thinking of. As far as I can tell, Sky City was a sort of joint build by many players with buildings, statues, walkways, up in the air, of course, that's why it's called Sky City. And there were all kinds of players involved, all kinds of like colors, constructions, things going on. I don't think it ever made a wonder status. I don't think anyone really ever applied for making it a wonder. This is really far back. And Obi says it was one of the first player builds, like 30 players. That's what I remember as well. We built there before claims and it was great. Yes. That's also how I remember it. That's why you couldn't have a wonder, because we didn't really have this claim system just yet. It was a bit of a mismatch though, so there were all kinds of building styles and building proficiency levels combined. But I can imagine that the freedom to just build there was pretty nice. Now it's claimed by some old player and it is bombed to, okay, oblivion. If I recall correctly, Hum adds, the Golden Road attempted to go to Sky City. Alright. So that's the lore behind Sky City. I think maybe on an older live stream, maybe we even visited once. I'm not exactly sure, but somehow I think we once visited that place. Niels Bay, lol, it's Niels, is a player of Angeldust. And Niels lol, it's Niels always has something cool happening in their life, and they always tell us their stories on the live stream, and it's pretty fun. Niels Bay has donated for their account, for some other player accounts, and like never a dull moment when Niels is around. Never a dull moment. We have, I can't really scroll this thing up higher anymore, so I'm going to put it at the bottom here. Oh, and Lawless Niels also has a tank house. How cool is that? So check out below. Niels is the main character. He's the hero Brian of the game. Here we go. 512 village. Blaze it. It's pretty cool. This number, 512, you will notice if you play the game, this is sort of a significant number. It ties in with the donut world, maybe. So it's a pretty significant number, and some players went and discovered this number and built a village there. And they were really proud of it. I'm not exactly sure about the specific composition of the village itself and sort of the builds that were in there, but I do remember some kind of cool stuff with a sort of indoor garden element to it, but I'm not sure if that was in 512 Village or not, so people need to refresh my mind here a little bit. 512 Village was another city similar to Sky City. It was made before Sky City, and the main guy was Kaze Munashi. Okay. It was also in the sky, because there was a lot of creatures under it. Alright. And I faintly recall this. I think. But maybe my mind is just making up memories now. But I think I maybe also recall this. It got bombed by Spanish players. Okay. 512 Village, that's that. Let's move over to the right here. We have Capt, Blue, and Mercy. These are shorthand for a few players that are very old school, very old time players of the game that I still know. Captain Windows Hobos, which I used to call Captain Windows Show Boss. Blue stands for Blue Shoes, and Mercy stands for Mercy Parker. Again, I'm not specifically sure if I know what the meme author wants me to tell about this, but like I said, these are very old school, long time players of the game. I know that probably all three of them were very big fans of the game. Mercy made videos of the game that I know of. I think Captain has this giant castle with a raven theme to it. I'm not exactly sure. It never became a wonder. They never asked for it to be a wonder, I think. But it is featured in some of the promotional materials. I think there's a trailer or a screenshot where you have this huge hall with raven icons and sort of a altar with red and orange color scheme, which is probably in Captain's build. I forgot the name, but it's a sort of Lord of the Rings style castle with huge walls and all kinds of elements to it. Blue Shoe still visits the live stream at times, and like I said, Mercy Parker made videos of Angeldust, I believe, and somehow suddenly we never heard from all of these again. And indeed, like the main element here is that they were very main character players when they played. Hum says these were the players that I started with. There you go. And everyone says, oh, we did a race around Captain's walls. Okay, so I am remembering this correctly, right? And there is probably a name to the build that I can look up, but I will not do it at the moment. But there was a name for the build as well. It brings back memories. It also brings back sort of like my own experience from back in that time. They were all on Discord, admins. Yeah, the name was something like a Spanish name or so, like Axolotl, something like that, or Luxaflex. Not sure what to call it, but it's something like that. It's something like that. But anyway, it had an X in it. That's exactly what I remember. That's exactly what I remember. And it was probably Spanish for raven or something. It's something like that. Maybe I can look it up in my private messages. I will need to Control F a little bit here, but how do we even attempt this? I need to look. One moment. I need to look up the private messages from Captain. Maybe I can find it. Captain never submitted for Wonder for his build because my hunting grounds was right next door and would have destroyed my hunting grounds. He sacrificed for me. More lore here. So Captain Windows Hobos never had this build that we're trying to find the name of become a real wonder because it was right next to the Hum Art hunting grounds. That's Captain Windows. Let's see if we can find more about the build. Like, once I see the name, I say like, oh yeah, that was the name. There is an X in it, and it stands for something. Let's see. I will click my private messages. See if I can find them. Boop. There are none. There are no private messages. I have no private messages from Captain, so it was a nice idea, but it didn't work. Maybe they're in my email. Nope. Yeah, something like Coraxamel. Coraxamel? Something like that. Coraxamel? Something like that. Coraxamel, there you go, yes. There you go, there you go. I knew this. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue. I think the name is Coraxamel. C-O-R-A-X-E-M-E-L. Coraxamel. I think that's Coraxamel. So that was Captain's build. And like all of these players have all built cool stuff in the game as well. So that's Captain, Blue, and Mercy. Those were the sort of the OGs of Angeldust. The original gang of super players, like the main players. This also reminds me, and this is going to be more of a personal story, or it is related to the game and to Angeldust. It also reminds me that it was a very new experience for me of people actually playing my game. Like Walpaguni asked, "Are you the creator of the game?" Yes, I am the creator of the game Angeldust. And like having a community, and it was all new to me. It was all new to me, and I appreciated that people were playing the game, of course. I mean, that was not a problem, but my main focus was on trying to push the product further, and I didn't really have a lot of time or attention for what the community was doing, which was maybe like one of my biggest faults looking back, because the product nowadays, and even back in those days, of course, stood on the shoulders of the community. If no one is playing the game, if no one is interested in the world and the other players playing it, then the product is valued a lot less than when you have people playing and actually discussing things like we're doing now. So it was new for me, and maybe there were of course many ways in which I could have interacted with the community better, or maybe handed better tools, or tried to encourage more interaction and stuff like that. On the other hand, I'm happy that I invested in the technical side of the product to make it a better game, a better product, which I think also definitely took place. I mean, the product is much better than back in those days. If you take a look at Angeldust 1.0, it's a completely different experience to what it is now. But it does remind me of days where maybe like the community aspect got neglected a bit too much by me. So, Gaston, go ahead and sleep. Don't worry, we'll finish the iceberg and you will be able to watch the replay. And it sort of ties in. I already saw this, so let's move over to the right. It's just a letter and a number. O2. So that's the letter O, and that's the digit 2. It's not a 02, it's O2. So the letter 2 and then the digit 2, the number 2. Which stands for the chemical designation of oxygen. And now we're moving into like, we're remaining in old player territory here. I think oxygen or oxygenated was also a long time or old time player of the game, maybe even before the early access release, maybe shortly after, I'm not exactly sure. But somehow we got beef, a sort of undisclosed form and undisclosed amount of beef suddenly existed between them and me. And I think they were sort of the first player that I officially banned, or at least not banned, but I did remove their account or make it so that they couldn't sign into their account anymore, because I thought they had trespassed or violated some of the terms of use for the product, being needlessly toxic to other players. When that happened, they weren't too happy with it. Understandably, of course. Or, well, maybe not understandably, but they weren't too happy with that. They sort of went onto, as far as I remember, a tirade. You can still find images or screenshots supposedly from some of the Discord chats that they made about this situation or about the event. They weren't too pretty. And you might say like, hey, that sort of also speaks to their character, that once this happens and they sort of knew it was coming, they started like insulting other people, being mad. Yeah. In hindsight, like years later, I realized like, hey, maybe that was not the best way of handling the situation. On the other hand, I do know why they got banned. I do know why I was like very intent on following the rules that I had set out for players. I think it was, back then in my mind, it was a very black and white case of, hey, you violated the rules multiple times, so I'm going to ban you. It was the first time that I did that. The community, or like parts of it, were a bit more toxic maybe than these days. I'm not exactly sure. There were also more opportunities for griefing, and that had to be moderated somehow. Looking back, maybe I should have given them a bit more leniency, because they seem to be at least somewhat involved in the community and sort of like a centerpiece of players interacting with the game. So maybe that could have been resolved a bit better. On the other hand, I stand behind like young Frank or old Frank, just how you look at it. I did my best to make a judgment call there based on the rules for my product, for my community. I learned from that. I learned from Captain, I learned from Blue Shoes, I learned from Mercy Parker, and all of the players that have subsequently joined and maybe even left the game. So far, I think our community is pretty healthy, and I think we definitely are in a good spot regarding that. So there was a bit of a chat here on YouTube. There was a clan apparently. I didn't really know. Obi says the oldest message on Discord is an Imgur album with screenshots about oxygen. Okay. We need more toxic these days. I'm pretty sure you already know it. Okay, so Rowan and Obi were just talking about it. It's very old, and it was like I said, their reaction wasn't exemplary either. It was like, maybe I was a bit eager on the ban hammer, and maybe they were a little bit yeah, whatever. Next up, we've got Breaking into the Void. this sort of ties into the previous level. It sort of ties in with void walls and void location. So if you investigate those other two void things, this one sort of follows. Players devised a way, after somehow deducing the answer to the previous two questions, previous two topics, players deduced and found a way to actually do it, to sort of manage their way into an area that they weren't supposed to be in. And that was fun. It was really cool. I like speedrunning. This is sort of a tangent, but I like speedrunning, which is the art or the sport of completing a video game as quickly as you can, using sometimes glitches or unintended behavior or things that sort of break the game. And breaking into the void was pretty much breaking Angeldust in a sense, at least the physics engine of it. And it was pretty cool to see that happen. It didn't really lead to much of a discovery or didn't lead to much of an exploit, but it helped me to fix at least some problems. I'm not sure if we should circle around or go back to the left here. Oh, there's still a lot on here. There's still a lot. This is going to take at least 1 more hour or so. We need to pick up the pace here. We need to go faster. Pixie dust. I sort of talked about pixie dust in a previous live stream and on a previous level, but this is way deeper than I thought it would be, or than I expected, or it should have been deeper than the level we discussed it at earlier. Pixie dust was the name of a bot or a sort of mod for Angeldust that a player had developed that would allow them to more quickly shovel away ground and blocks. And that made me realize, hey, if players are going through the length of making a mod or a bot program for Angeldust just to make digging more fun or more relevant to their use case, maybe we need to introduce an official solution for that. That official solution actually came to the game in the form of the bulldozer, which lets the builder hero efficiently get rid of the natural terrain in a claim, or parts of the natural terrain in a claim. And I think that's a definite improvement. And the author of Pixie Dust, I was actually in contact with them via email. They said like, hey, Firefly, thanks so much for not banning me and for not making a problem or a fuss out of this. They were like, why? And I was like, hey, you take the time to investigate my product, to help test it. You invested the time to make the game more fun for you. So why should I punish you for that? Obviously, I was sort of like coming short, or the game doesn't really match your expectations. So let's make the game better based off of your experimentation and your like experiences, instead of like banning you. Like that doesn't even make sense. So thanks so much for getting in touch and showing me the bot program or the way that you did this. And I probably even said like, hey, you can even optimize your bot or your mod in the time for the time being if you stick to these rules. It was pretty cool. I think like if players go to those lengths to hack or modify or enhance your product, you should probably use that as an inspiration for actually enhancing the product yourself, so that other players can also enjoy the benefits of that. Hum has thoughtfully provided, if all goes well, a screenshot of Captain Window's Hobos' build that corrects ML. Let's see if we can find it. It's probably in this go ahead and do it thread. Alright, so this is sort of like the faceplate of the build. This is what you see at the start. Hopefully you can see it here on the video. Corrects ML. Corrects ML, yeah, and we even spelled it correctly. And this is featured in some of the promotional materials. It's in the trailer, I believe, and it's also in a screenshot, maybe even on the main page of the website. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, that's not the case, but maybe it's in the trailer then. Let's see if we can find. Yeah, this is the correct XML, if I'm not mistaken. This is correct XML with the heart. Probably corazón. Corazón is the Spanish word for heart, so that's probably the cora part of the thing. And then the final part is probably something related to the raven, so it's Heart of the Raven or something. So this is core XML as well. Back to the iceberg. So pixie dust. OB adds. The initial plan was to make the photon computer with Wartaint, which is another player of the game. Then he left, so I got Colo to help me. Colo was another player of the game, and Obi says we still needed to dig out the claims for the photon computer, and Colo saw how miserable it was, so he started making a bot for it. And boom, before you know it, we had the bulldozer. And we had half of the 8x8 left to dig, and Colo got sick of it and made a bot. There you go. And that led to the introduction of the bulldozer, which is just like a perfect thing if you want to level some ground and start building. So there you go. We need to pick up the pace. Seriously, this is taking up a lot of time. But again, like if anyone is watching this video and is thinking like, hey, can I make a bot for Angeldust, or I'm running into these problems, can I automate this? Let me know and we can take a look and we can probably fix your problem in an official capacity. And Obi says, I think I still have the golden blocks Colo placed to test the bot there. Cool. Next up, Cowboy Firefly. This is the one that I want to talk about next. Cowboy Firefly is, of course, a reference to that one live stream where I wore a cowboy hat. We can probably look it up. It's probably the stream where I introduced the mount riding, so the very first version of Angeldust where you can ride a horse, or ride a moa, ride a bear. And to celebrate that occasion, I actually went to my neighbor because I knew they had sort of like this American cowboy hat, this yeehaw hat. And I said, hey, can I borrow your hat for a few hours because I need to do a live stream where I need to look like a cowboy. And we did it. So let's see if we can find that live stream during this. It's probably called... we had one horsing around, I believe, and it's probably like that or pretty close. So let's load up a few of these live streams here. Maybe we can even look at the thumbnail and see the cowboy hat on one of these. And then we know it's 2 streams earlier. I think I was wearing the blue shirt. At least that's what I remember. Let's see. If you want to go faster, let's see. Can we find the cowboy hat? I don't think I have streams without the green screen, but maybe I'm mistaken. But it was a pretty cool introduction. I mean, I never planned for creature riding for the game, and players kept asking for creature riding in the game. I actually went and rode a horse, and I got horse riding lessons, and I rode a horse for a pretty long time, and I could see the appeal, and it was really great to be able to add that to the game. It's not just about riding or like moving faster, it's just the feeling is much different. In the meantime, we have a image by Obi showing us the golden blocks that are used to test the bot program. There we go. This is definitely near the photon computer because you can see the screen of the photon computer, and these are the blocks to test out the block removal program. Oh, it's after stream number 150. You know this for sure? Let's see if we can find horse. I want to find horse on the page. 1 of 2 matches. Here we go. Horse, of course. Then it's probably this one. But I'm not wearing a blue shirt here. Let's see what happens. Hey everyone, welcome to Angeldust. Hey Angeldust. Firefly, Lucas, your host for the stream, and today we're taking another look at Angeldust. This man talks pretty quickly. I think the AC1 has already... I'm riding a horse in stream number 158. I have discovered all of the creatures in the game, and you will definitely need all of the creatures in these magical areas. So. And if you... Sweet 16 Thursday time gimmicks need backup. Just Angeldust, back to normal. Party, party. Where is it? So I'm riding a horse in 158. So it needs to be before 158. Oh, here we go, here we go. 157, 157. I see the thumbnail. I need to hide my face. New Firefly is gone. Yeehaw! Welcome to Angeldust Live. I'm Firefly Lucas, your sheriff for the stream, and today we're taking another look at Angeldust, the action RPG for Windows, Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android tablets and phones, and Linux. So with that out of the way, let's dive right into the game. As you can see, I'm wearing my cowboy hat. It's an original one from America, from Florida. So we'll be riding some horses today, if all goes well. The new update, version 2.16, has been released today, so let's try and enjoy that with everyone on the server right. I'm your sheriff for the stream. There we go. There you go. That's the Cowboy Firefly. Stream number 157. So that's Cowboy Firefly. Yeehaw, partner. Now that I look back at it, when I did that live stream with that hat, I thought it might have been a little bit silly. But now these days, I find that like being a little bit silly is a good thing. It makes things more memorable and it makes things more fun. Ever since live stream number 1, like where I first live streamed Angeldust Live, I've grown in this sort of like public presentation thing and like doing these live streams. Like it's unfortunate that I never really grew a big audience yet, but it doesn't matter. I'm enjoying doing these streams, and I think like we make the most of it every week. And that cowboy hat was definitely cool. Looking back now, I think like, hey, it looks pretty cool, looks pretty spiffy, and it's just fun to do, right? So why not? Why not? No, don't hate. It's pretty cool. And just theming the other things like, hey, I'm the sheriff for the stream. Yeah, that's just the icing on the cake. I'm not sure what the bobinho is, but it's probably something Brazilian. Anyway, that's the Cowboy Firefly. Hope you liked it. Okay, so there's a few player names that I can't really talk or say much about. So we've got Forster, which, as I deduced from earlier conversation on YouTube, is a Brazilian player. I do remember the name, Forster. I think they were a pretty good builder in the game as well. We might be able to, let's look up their house. I think they have some kind of a organic tree kind of structure house. Oh no, Forster is the chess piece, sorry. So Forster's house looks like a chess piece. Here you go, like sort of the king chess piece. And it's always been the king chess piece, sorry. And Obi adds, when I first started doing coins and was the first to get 500k coins, Forster was the guy who hunted with me, and he used my strategies and was the second player to 500k coins. And I also built the chess piece house for him. Okay, so account sharing. I should probably ban this account then. Okay, cool. So was one of the OG Brazilian players, got some good hunting strats, copied from Obi. Nice. But it's definitely a name I remember. Forster was definitely, and somehow it feels like they were back a few years ago or so, just on one live stream, just showing their face. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was another player, but I do remember the name. I built it next to the village, so he copied to the house. Nice. I'm just going ahead with the next one. There's like 2 chess pieces outside his house in some claims. Meat fruit, the less said about this the better. It's some sort of Discord meme, or at least it was a meme image posted to Discord. Some players didn't really like it, and I can see why. But it was, I think it's a neural network generated image of, or like changed image. I'm not sure if it was man-made or artificially made, but there's like a picture of fruit, but instead of the texture of fruit, it has the texture of meat, and it's, yeah, there you go. Midori is also a player name back in the days. I remember them being on the leaderboard. I remember seeing their name left and right. I'm not exactly sure what I specifically should tell about Midori, so if Obi or Fadi or anyone else can refresh my memory or give me some new memories, let me know. Midori won the election. Which ties into another thing that's on this list. The election. The election. This ties in with the Captain Blue and Mercy thing and the story that I told you about that. I didn't have super good ties with the community back then. I didn't really follow what was going on. All of a sudden, it felt like my own forum and my own game were being hijacked by a player called Obi, I think, saying like there's now going to be an election for the mayor of Angeldust. And it felt like some sort of mutiny. I thought like, hey, what's going on? This is my video game, this is my website, this is my forums, this is my live stream even for the game. And now someone is calling for an election to displace me, or like, am I not the mayor of Angeldust? And people were starting to actually vote for candidates in this election. Well, I thought like, what's going on? What is this madness? So apparently Midori won the election. That's probably where I remember the name from. Obi was also a contender in the election as far as I can tell. But it didn't make any sense to me. I had no idea, I had no clue what was going on. So I was really out of the loop there. Oh, and Obi says, Midori No. Like I said, it ties in with the story that I told about Captain Blue and Mercy. The fact that I wasn't really in touch with the community back in those days and knew what was going on. So that's what my story was. So there's an election forum thread for president if you want. You can read it still. And my suggestion, or Obi's suggestion, is not to not read it. I think that sort of solves the second layer of this. So let's dive in a bit deeper even. Zaumade, I think that's the correct pronunciation of this name. Not Saumaid or Sumaid. Zaumade, I think they are German, or the name was German or something. Also, as far as I remember, a gifted builder in the game. Of course, back in those days, Zaumade is an old-time player as well. You didn't have like all of the aesthetic possibilities in the game that you have these days. There were only a handful of block types, a handful of block designs. But still, Zaumade, as far as I can tell, made some very cool stuff. Zaumade is probably the player with the treehouse house in Angeldust. And they probably made some bigger constructions as well. I think some of them I still have pictures of. Maybe a pyramid in the rainforest, I remember. And there's also an ice castle. But maybe I'm attributing these builds to a different player. To the wrong player. And let's see. Obi says, we have Socom Rock'em Robot join us. Eventually Elon Musk will take over Angeldust. Let's hope so. Would be nice. So one thing about Zaumade, Obi says, he was part of the Sky City and made a wonderful Zeppelin, which got abused. Okay. Zaumade made that castle, and then we found each other and wanted to do builds together. There you go. And was it Zaumade then who joined us a few years ago or a few months ago? Was it Zaumade or was it Forster? One of those two came back to the game like for one live stream. I'm not talking about Moruera here. Check this out. So Zaumade's house still looks like a tree forest, literally. And this is pretty old school. I think they have an account with the gravel. With old school gravel, yeah. So they have an old school gravel account. This was their first build. Which already shows promise. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it shows promise. Check it out. Checking out different block styles. And then finding out that there are flags in the game. Old textures. Still looking good. And then we evolve into this sort of house style for Zaumade. A Mayan temple, Egyptian. And boom, that's how Neferspi started. There we go. Zaumade has been gone ever since they left. I'll get a screenshot of the Mayan build. I think I have screenshots of that as well. Super cool. Anyway, so we can take a look at those screenshots in a few moments. Which leads into the 8th exploit. You can find remnants of the 8th exploit and the sort of like aftermath on the forums still. back in the days we had a leaderboard for coins. There were no quests, there was no monthly leaderboard, there were no other leaderboards. It was pretty much coins, and that was it. And there was this player called 8th, and they had a lot of coins. And they gained a lot of coins. Out of thin air, seemingly. And I and other players were like, what's up with 8th? What's happening? Like, where do these coins even come from? Like, what? How do they do it? How do they get this many coins this quickly? People were flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. And then I started investigating, because that's sometimes what I like to do. I like to investigate weird things about the game and weird things about players. And then it turns out they were abusing the referral system for getting new players to join the game, which would give you 100 coins or so per referred account. Here's the thing though, for a referred account you would have to enter like account details, an email address, you had to finish the CAPTCHA. But still, they had a lot of faked referral accounts giving them a lot of coins, which is how they stayed on top of the leaderboard. So, weird. 8th, Obi says, got very close to 500k, but you shut it down. Yeah. And like I said, there's probably still some remnants of this over on the forums. So, there's a few interesting searches that you can do on the forums. So, one is 8th, I think that's the name. The 2016 Hall of Shame. There you go. I didn't specifically tell how many coins got cheated, but it was a lot. Yes, the Hall of Shame. This is the one that you want to read. There's an election thread. Let's see, election weekend, and the election by Obi 5 years ago. So there's the first reply being okay. So that's cool. So you can look up these forum threads and learn a bit more about the background. Because it's right next to each other. 8th exploit election. So there you go. Next up, we have this one, and I have no idea what this means. I can sort of deduce what it means, but I have no idea what it means. Firefly in othergame.net. I have no idea what that means. It probably refers to a website catered to the other game, where there's a profile called Firefly, and maybe people were wondering, like, is that the Firefly from Angeldust? Probably something like that. But I'm not sure if that's what it is. Yeah, you got abused there, Obi, with the K. Oh! Did I? Ah, right. Yeah, so maybe I did. Now I remember. I didn't specifically... It was, I think, planetothergame.net. That was what it was. It was not this thing. It was Planet Dingus, so it was sort of a community for the other game, and I posted a message like, hey, if you like the other game, maybe you like this game as well. There you go. Yeah. There you go. That's what I did, yeah. And people probably were like, yeah, whatever. But you couldn't advertise something like commercial things, but I was like, hey, I made this game. I personally made this game, so it's not like a commercial favor, it's just like something that I did myself. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, thanks, bye. Anyway, doesn't matter. I posted there once. Fatih found this one. Okay, cool. So next up is this one. Sock'em Rock'em Robot also adds, this game is much better than the other game. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the players of this game, they are way cooler than the players of the other game. And some players play both of the games and they're also pretty cool. We have The Biggest Damage, the show. Speaking of, it's at the bottom of the screen, The Biggest Damage, the show. This is the best forum thread. This is the one that you just open up, you take the night off or the evening off, and you just read through the entire thread. The Biggest Damage, the show is somewhat of a legendary thread about players griefing builds, looking for a solution to that problem, and it's a mix of misunderstandings, well-intentioned posts, again, good intentions that got misinterpreted, or read it. You'll see the drama unfold in real time. It's pretty cool. Still though, I believe that the biggest damage the show thread is actually the main reason that we now have claiming in the game. Or it isn't. And the problem was that people were grief claiming things. The biggest damage the show is probably the main reason that we now have Do Not Disturb in the game, in the telecharger, so that you can prevent players from telecharging to you. I think that is the best solution, making use of the sort of information asymmetry between a griefer and the actual player. And I think it was initially proposed by Spaces Green, or maybe like the idea was already somewhat hanging in the air, and Spaces Green helped crystallize it down, and I made it into this Do Not Disturb button in the game. So it's awesome that your post has type your message here. Huh? I have a type your message here post. What? Okay, we can take a quick look, but I don't want to really go through the entire thread. People can just look this up if they want. So just look for the biggest damage, the show. Dear everyone, Ruwan says. Earlier today I was TLDR, and let's see if we can find Obis's type your message here. Let's see. Some familiar names. Hey, I like this one. I like this post. Enhance. Here we have the evidence. Obi says, contrary to popular opinion, Firefly with a capital I, Firefly is right. So Firefly is Obi confirmed. Here we have Kamikaze Justice chiming in. Swalia is here. Whoa, we just had Swalia on the live stream. What? Oh, this is very much TLDR. But again, read the thread, get happy, be happy. Is there a type your message here? I have no idea. I think I would have removed type your message here in this thread because it's just so good. Oh, it's in the election one. Okay. Yeah, we had Swalia in the show. Okay, so definitely check this out. It's a very nice piece of information. And now the thrilling conclusion of our radio drama. Angeldust version 3.7 brings a new Do Not Disturb toggle button to the telecharger. Use this button to prevent friends from telecharging to you. They will receive a message that you do not want to be disturbed. Their telecharger charge will remain active. You yourself can still telecharge wherever you want, and both friend and private chat will work regularly. Do Not Disturb DND is off by default. Angeldust will remember your setting between game sessions and devices, so you only have to enable it once for a perma DND account. You can glance your DND status from the telecharger button. Gray is off, bright orange is on. The telecharger menu also has a darker background color when DND is enabled. Do Not Disturb is the best solution I could come up with based on the old incognito mode ID and Spaces Green's proposal in this topic. I think it's a definite, objective improvement for a lot of use cases. Now you might ask, why does the telecharger button for D&D friends remain green? This is so you can briefly turn off D&D for trusted friends that want to visit you, without others knowing that you temporarily disable D&D. Thanks to everyone, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm ignoring chat. Yeah. No. I also didn't. No. No, I didn't ignore the chat. Obi was a Firefly supporter. GG Firefly, Spaces Green types. And Hum has asked for this for a long time. Y'all smart. Okay, so please don't necropost these, like we had these. And it's good that we had these. So, back to the iceberg. There's only 2 left. And this one is pretty aptly named. Goodbye, heart. I think Goodbye Heart refers to the forum topic in which Obi posts that they will not be playing the game anymore. And I think sort of this general idea got copied by other players, but I think the original was by Obi. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Goodbye was Obi saying goodbye to the game, and I was like, sad to see you go. As with the other like personal experiences that I talked about, I thought, hey, this is seemingly another player from the community that we value, that I can't seem to like keep around, or that doesn't want to be around, and that's just what happens. It's sort of like Goodbye Heart helped me realize that, hey, you shouldn't mourn the loss that you feel or that you experience when a player says goodbye, but like you should be happy for the time that you spent together and for the things that you did together. I once read this sort of idea that your life or your life is sort of like a campfire. Friends will come to warm themselves at the campfire to enjoy like your presence and the things that you do in your life. But sometimes people move on. They say like, hey, I've warmed up, I'm ready to go on a new adventure, and they say goodbye. And that's just like the reality of life. You cannot have people enter your life and stick with you forever. For some people that happens. For some people, like they come and they intensely warm themselves near your campfire. Eventually they take like a step back, but they're still somewhat around. And some other people will just say like, hey, I'm going to continue my voyage in a different direction. And Goodbye Heart sort of like refers to that. It was a personal growth moment where I realized like, hey, Obi might be gone. I think I replied like, hey, sad to see you go, but I respect your choice and I can understand that you take this decision. I hope you'll find a nice new path in life. And if you're ever like inclined to come back, we'll welcome you back with open arms in that sense. I think it was a pretty mature reaction. Also, goodbye. Obi says, I remember when someone resurrected that thread and you got a heart attack. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can open this one, although it's cringe. Fatih resurrected it. Oh, it sounds like a very Fatih thing to do. We can quickly take a look at the forum topic if what I told you was actually what happened. Goodbye Angeldust, not clickbait, by Fatih. Yeah, I'm gone for a month. And this is the original, Goodbye, by Obi. And Obi is officially leaving. And what did I say? Hey Obi, sad to see you go, but have fun on your future adventures. I'm sure we'll see each other again, somewhere, someplace. On a horse or on a mountain face. Live long and prosper. So you were absolutely right, Obi, that the idea of riding on a horse was already in my mind back then. Maybe we couldn't like ride horses exactly just then, but like the emotion of the moment or the timing of the moment was such that I thought, hey, I can probably already drop a hint as to the future of the game. So there you go. And oh yeah, here Fatih says, don't be sad, he's back. He's back. And then I said, please don't bump 3-year-old threads and give everyone a heart attack. Lamo. Lamo. By Obi, I'll miss you, Obi says. And Ron says, Lamo, yeah, I had a heart attack for a few seconds. There you go. Thank you, Fatih, for this super cool duper thing. Hashtag thanks hum. Thanks hum. And Ron says, I hate Fatih so much. Hum made me return. Thanks, Hum. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I opened Discord and saw his message about water. There you go. Okay, so this leaves us with one final thing on the entire iceberg. It almost feels bad to discuss this one because then the iceberg will be done and we will not have these sort of more intimate moments anymore, because on one hand I can talk about things that publicly happened. On the other hand, it also helps me to tell more personal stories about how I experienced all of these things. But I think we definitely covered a lot, almost everything intriguing about the Angeldust lore. So again, big applause, big props to everyone who submitted ideas for this iceberg. Maybe it's just Fatih and Obi, but maybe some other people are involved as well. Really top-notch iceberg, well organized, well categorized, almost no useless entries here, or I might even say no useless entries here. I learned some things about all of these, and it's just, it's been a really cool type of content. Took a lot of time. Hopefully it's sort of like skimmable, or at least fun to watch back as well. But this leaves us with the very last piece on the iceberg. Very last piece of the iceberg. And Obi says, I'm so used to having more layers, it will be weird to be done. Yeah, it will be weird, but that means that we had a very good journey. It's like, that's why I said goodbye, sort of ties in with the general position that we are at the iceberg at the moment. So, the sea border is a sort of cryptic reference to something that's approaching the doxing area, for me at least, not for the people who made this. But Obi says, will you play a song for us? I don't think I will play a song today, because I'm a little bit tired at the moment. I do have a guitar here, but this one is a little bit jittery. There's one of the machine heads, the things that you use to tighten the strings. One of them is a bit loose and it will start rattling, so this is not the best guitar to play acoustically. But sea border sort of ties in with that. That's how Fadi found it. Yeah, a lot of people know this, so it's not entirely doxing. I know that on a stream many years ago, I'm not exactly when it was, but one of the players, I think a German player, maybe it was even Moruera, I'm not exactly sure, they directly asked like, hey, can you tell us about the sea border? And I was like, sure. Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what, don't talk about it. But it's, like I'm live streaming, I'm developing Angeldust. I have this second channel with the game development stuff right now, which is very closely related to Angeldust at the moment. But I'd like to try and stream or make different content on that channel as well. Unfortunately, I was sidetracked by a side project that randomly, coincidentally, has something to do with the sea border. But I had a lot of fun with that, and it's been really nice to have sort of another thing to work on for the time being, and sort of like do something else creatively. But yeah, if you know, you know the sea border. Once you see these two words, you probably see a connection to two other words that are linked somewhere. And yeah, like I'm not exclusively Angeldust. We're not exclusive just yet. We've been very tight these past few years, and like we were like inseparable, and we had a good relationship. But I felt I needed a bit of distance from Angeldust and see what other things had to offer. And Ruan says, I'm very curious on what Fatih actually does in the game. Every time he finds something, he finds old places and walks around finding more and more teleports. Yeah, I don't know. Obi says the video editor thing. What is the video editor thing? I probably know what it is. Anyway, sea border, yeah, it's what can I tell you about it? I can drop some cryptic hints, but people who already know, they will already know. And yeah, there's more sides to me than just being a game developer or the developer and the live streamer for Angeldust. I think most people in life have more than one thing going on, especially if you get a bit older. You have a bit of a history tied to you, and some of that history might be still relevant or active. And yeah, people have multiple sides. Like I sometimes say, I play tennis, which has absolutely nothing to do with Angeldust, and it has nothing to do with me live streaming. But still, there are people who know me, like specifically because I play tennis, and they do not even know that I work on a game called Angeldust. So like a real life person is more than the live streamer that you see in the tiny picture, in the tiny box, or the green screen box on the live stream. I'm missing messages. I am on live chat. But anyway, that's it. Sea border, if you know, you know. I can give you one hint. An older version of this iceberg had different words there. So GG on that, Fatih or Obi. That's the Angeldust iceberg. Let's give it one last salute here. We salute you, iceberg. It's been real fun. I can remember the first time we looked into these things. It's now 3 weeks ago, give or take. It's been a nice piece of content. Like Fatih, you're always the meme master. You always have like a knack for finding a meme and applying it to Angeldust. I have no idea how you do it. Like literally, I know how to write a game. I can play tennis and I can do more stuff like the sea border, but I have no idea how these memes work. But somehow you find a way to convert memes into Angeldust or convert Angeldust into memes, and you have a very good talent for that. So maybe later on in your life try to become a social media manager or a like public relations agent or something. You have a very good sense of knowing and picking out the recognizable and the memorable and the intriguing parts of a experience or a product and packaging it in a bite-sized image. It's a talent. I must admit, it's a talent. Maybe it's something that you can learn with a bit of practice, but you definitely, because of your talent and your practice, you're definitely very good at it. Taking this iceberg, insane idea. Obi helped, as far as I know, with filling in items on this list, maybe organizing the list a little bit better. But it was a very nice condensed summary of things to talk about, and we probably have like 6 hours or so of me talking about all of these things, and every little thing of those layers is interesting to talk about and tells people a new story, shares some lore. So great idea, great thing. It's like I said, it feels weird. It's gonna be weird spending New Year's without you, homie, without the iceberg next week, but we'll manage. This was a very, again, memorable moments come and go. This was definitely a memorable season in Angeldust. Seriously. This was nice, Obi says. One day I will rewatch all of it, Ruan says. What can I say? Fatih is amazing. Yes, I agree. Loki says, I can't believe that we made it through the iceberg without sinking. Luckily. And Ruan says, Fatih is so awesome that I hate him. Guess they never miss, huh? And Hum and Ruan also helped with adding items to the list. Thank you, Hum and Ruan, for that. And don't be sad, he's back. Broke me. Don't be sad, he's back. Broke me. Oh yeah, don't be sad, he's back, he says. Guess they never miss ya, but he doesn't kiss ya. So the iceberg will forever hold a special place in my heart. I had this idea, or like I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I have this idea of getting all of these live streams and editing them down to a sort of like offline video, cut somewhat like the videos on my game development live stream channel thingamajig to make it more watchable, like the Spaces Green stream, just condensing all of the information in a fun video. That will take a lot of time to do, and I'm not sure if people are actually going to watch it because we don't have a like super well-known product in Angeldust. It's not like people watch billions of videos about Angeldust on the internet currently. But still, just for posterity's sake, for the next generations of players, it might be fun to sort of summarize everything into a new video. So that's definitely a thought. I'm not sure if I can actually do it, but the iceberg, let's give it a place, a spot on the desktop for now. So it will be always part of a future live stream. Maybe it can hold a place next to the Wheaties box, or maybe we can remove one of the Wheaties. Let's see, which one do we like more? The one with the clogs or the one without? Obama. Hey, Obi says if iceberg is special, keep it on the desktop. Hey, great minds think alike. There we go. Obama. The clogs stay. Shall we remove the, shall I move this one to the older images? And then we do the iceberg there? I kind of like the red on top though. So. This looks pretty good. The iceberg holds a place in our hearts. For now. for now. I can live with this. I can live with it. I like this. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I like this. I like the selection of materials that are still available, and I like the selection of materials that have like found their way into a different folder. Claps. Again, we salute you, ICEBERG, or maybe I should salute with the left hand so it's more easily visible on the live stream and my face doesn't get hidden. What will you do with the thumbnail now? You don't have anything anymore. We'll find something. We'll find something for next week. Don't worry about it. I'm the content king. I'm really good at making thumbnails. No, seriously, we'll find something to do. Maybe a picture of a new wonder or so that we'll be visiting or something else. There will be content. There will be content. If you use the one with clogs, you can remove the clogs. Only pig. No, because these are super recognizable. That's the fun thing. Ruan says, Lamo true. At least in 2 weeks you'll have the Center for Angeldust logo. Yes, 2. When you do the tour, 2, true. Yeah, there will be. We'll find a way, and otherwise it will just be a plain image with Angeldust. That's all. That's all. Tour. Okay, I need a break. A lot of Dutch people mentioned the clogs in chat. We need a plan to rule over the other game. Yes. Feel free to start a thread or share your ideas on how to do it. I will be reading them with great interest because having more than $2.5 billion, that sounds like a fun thing. Hey, do you notice that the player counter is almost back up to 400,000, and these are accounts that have actually played. So it took a while, but check it out. We almost are back to the 400,000s. Why are clogs on the screen, Firefly? So check out the monthly leaderboard. These are pretty sus in the sense that they sort of look like the same if you take a look at the names. But hey, I am vigilantly monitoring for alt accounts and trying to hide them. So, but let's talk about the thing. So let's talk about the season 1 coin rankings. Check this out. So this is the official first season of Angeldust, which was April of 2022. Lemvas was the first player with about 412,000 coins. Soda Meow, second rated player, 377,000 coins. And then third place, Dapank with 255,000 coins. So great job there. Hum coming in close, fourth place, 240,000 coins in a single month. I cannot even do this in a few years. So insane achievements all around. And Obi says the weird thing about this thread. And yeah, so we saw more than 6,000 players compete, which is really cool. Everyone talking on had good English and none of them were ever on Discord. Yeah, so maybe you can recruit some Discord people here. But anyway, that's the first official Season 1 coin rankings. It was really fun to do, really fun to have. And like I posted in that thread, if I see this sort of competition, the amount of competition going on and people actually going for the top spot, I think the addition of this leaderboard is a great idea. And the fact that top players are mixed with the new players, I think it was a very healthy mix. And definitely doesn't... Of course, it gives sort of an advantage to new players, but the old-timers, due to their routine and their habits and their experience, they are able to make it to the top spots as well. So I think it's a very healthy competition. Obi is saying like, go to Discord, otherwise you miss a lot of the game. And games community. Once you win in a season, winning again will be much harder. Yeah, sounds like it, sounds like it. But hey, maybe that's just an upside to the leaderboard, so that we get different winners and people are encouraged to actually take on the competition. And Hum is still not buying the healthy mix. Well. Let's take a look then. Lemvas. I consider Lemvas a all-time player. I consider Soda Meow an all-time player. Dapank is probably still on the new players leaderboard, so sort of like two-thirds of the top 3 are all-time players. Place number 4, Hum, all-time player. So that's 3 out of 4 of the top 4. Daryl, I've no clue. Might be new. Fnatic might be new. So then you have 50% new, 50% old, which is, in my experience, a healthy mix. If you're talking about a mix, 50-50 is pretty good. Elky, all-time player. What? All of those are new that month. I think you're mistaken. If they were new that month, then Lemvus would still be on they by definition would be on the top of this leaderboard. I don't see Lemvus anywhere here. So that's why I say like Dapank is new, Daryl is new, I will give you that. But I will not give you that Soda Meow is new. Absolutely not. Lemvus is not new. Elky, not new. But by old time, I mean not on the new player leaderboard. So not really like having all of the new discoveries counted. Everyone else is a new player who is not on Discord. Guess they never miss her. Yeah, come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. I saw familiar names that had been playing the game for a longer time. Glico, Elky, Hum, Soda Meow, Lemvas. I think even Kick Aria. I think even this one is a older player. I don't think they are on the new player leaderboard. Kick Aria, are you here? I don't see them. My favorite is player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a pretty good player. I hope he returns next season. I'm betting on him. Okay, alright. Hey, the advantage of me being the developer is that I can actually investigate this a bit better than most players, most people. So what if I do something? What if I do something? This one. So I'm going to do a thing here. Let's see if I can still get the leaderboard. Yeah, I have the leaderboard here. So I'm now going to add the date joined to it so that I can see. Yeah, I'm going to do something. No hum, because then it will be an alt and it will be hidden from the leaderboard. So alts are excluded. Da 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 da. Yes. So what I want to do is this. I want to have. There we go. There we go. I will specifically disprove the statement that all of these players joined this month during the season. I'm going to go through all of these 18 player names and tell you if the account was made in April 2022 or not. This is sort of public information that you could see on the new players thing. So if you see, people are listed here for about 2 months. So if you see 1 month, Neorissa probably sort of joined during April 2022. A healthy mix between new players like joining that month and old players joining earlier, because I don't think you get many advantages if you have already been playing for a month. Yeah, so bear with me. So a healthy mix is about 50-50 between accounts older than a month and accounts younger than a month, give or take. So we sort of want to end up with a 9 accounts made in that month and 9 accounts not made in that month. Agree? Oh, okay. Oh, we're backtracking already. We're backtracking already. Now we're backtracking. All of those accounts are new that month. This is a literal quote. I can pull up the chat here. What? All of those accounts, all of those are new that month. Yeah, the leaderboard didn't exist earlier, so they are new on the leaderboard that month. And this question or this thing, this comment implies that the accounts were made in that month. So that is not my definition. There we go. So here we go. We're going to do this the scientific route. The first account, Lamphus. Not made in April 2022. Is anyone keeping track? I need I need a notary, or what did you call it? Someone who tracks the meetings. I need someone to keep count because I don't have a computer handy. So, oh, I do have a computer handy. Was cornered. Yeah, this is the scientific method. We have a hypothesis, and my hypothesis is that there's a healthy mix between new players and old players, and this is my definitions. You can disagree with the definitions, then we'll get the biggest disagreement, the show. We can make a new thread on this, but we can do some interactive science here on the live stream. So let me open up a... Oh yeah, you saw my chat page. Oh, forget it. Forget that one. It opens up the thing. So yeah, I have both of them next to each other. That's all it does. But you can open it up. It will use your account. So maybe if you want to keep track of both accounts, open it up. Yeah, I agree, Obi. I agree. There was previously there used to be a Steam one as well, but no one chatted on Steam. I don't think there's many secrets in the. Let me check the source code. No, it just embeds the. The chat for both of the streams. There you go. Right. So. No. You don't get to go back on your initial comment, Hum. I'm not going to allow that for this for the time being. Notepad. Here we go. So the top row is new this month, and not not new this month. We're doing science step by step here. So we're just going to add characters to these. So I have like going from the top to bottom, Lamphus not new. So that's one in this category. This is going to be horrible. Soda Meow not made this month. Then we have Dapenk, yes. Hum, not new. Daryl, new. Fanatic, not new. Elkie, not new. Norissa, new. Vanilla, new. Obi's favorite, player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These, it's new. Kikaria is apparently new, so my bad there. Then we have another one, new this month. There we go. Liko, not new this month. New this month. And new this month. And new this month. Okay, so here we go. This is it. So it's not 50-50. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 12 new this month, and that leaves us with 6 not new this month. Okay, so 1/3 old timers, 2/3 new timers. Is that a healthy mix? It's not 50%, it's not 50-50, it's 33-66. So maybe there should be some sort of penalty, I don't know. Still, it's more than expected, Obi says, nice split, very nice ratio. Hum says, I'm not going back, I'm being more precise in the definition of new. No, I defined what is new. New means like a new account made in that month. Obi says, second season will show more. Suppose that these new players, suppose that these people get the hang of it. So these are new this month, but suppose they still want to win the next season. Maybe we'll, over time get a better ratio even, because newer players are used to this new leaderboard and they might want to compete for it. It's just a theory. Maybe the old players are like, hey, I can't even make top 18, so maybe I won't even try. It could go both ways. Sock'em Rock'em Robot says, if I buy a car 10 years ago, was it new then, or is it still new because I never drove it? What? What? Yeah. I'm not sure if someone got abused or not, but it's yeah, I don't know. So this was sort of like we had 2/3 being new this month and 1/3 not being new this month. It still feels sort of like a healthy ratio, I believe. But I will give you that it's not 50-50 as I originally envisioned, or like what you might call perfectly healthy. On the other hand, I do see that like the new players are mostly near the bottom. So if you take the top 6 is top 6 is 50-50. The top 8 is 50-50. And yeah, that sort of implies that the like places 11 to 18, those are skewed a little bit more towards the new players. So it's probably just a lack of old players or old player accounts interested in joining the hunting season. Which might be something that you'd expect, because it does imply a pretty hefty investment of time and effort. On the other hand, I do believe like top 8 being 50-50, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Obi says, it's a good mix. The unopened Rubik's Cube package has a new Rubik's Cube, so maybe Hum is right. And Hum says, if the car has got less than 100 miles on it, it's still new. I disagree, because the engine might have locked up. Some of the rubber everywhere might have just deteriorated to the point where you need to replace all of the rubbers to make the sealing watertight or maybe oil tight again. Maybe some of the rust the paint has started rusting. The tires probably have gone like squarish because they have stood still for the time for that entire time. Maybe rodents or other like vermin got into the exhaust pipe and maybe started procreating in the thing. Maybe there's a duck who built a nest inside of the engine compartment. You never know. If you store meat in negative 273 Celsius, it will stay new forever, so Hum is correct. Everyone is bringing the popcorn. Anyway, healthy mix or not, I'm happy. I'm happy with the result. I already wrote this. Sure, we can discuss healthy mix. We can maybe try and find ways of making it better, but I'm not sure how we could skew these results. Overall, I was happy, especially with the energy that those players projected, saying like, hey, it was a nice competition. And I saw this competition going on and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Will you display old seasons on the website, like full leaderboards? Maybe if the game gets more popular and the season and the hunting itself gets more popular. For now, it's sort of a gimmick that players can aspire to. It would be nice to sort of list achievements next to player names. The data is stored, so I read this. The data itself is stored, so I have the full season rankings for season 0, the season rankings for season 1, and if we discover alt accounts later on later on in the life cycle, they will get removed from the older leaderboards, so those rankings will shift automatically to make sure that there's only main accounts on there. So the data is there. It might be a possibility to make something like that. So yeah, maybe for the future. True, if you gave me that badge, I will say something as well. I need to complete the set. Give me Pioneer badge and I will say what I think about this healthy mix. Right. Eliminate all bonus coins from the leaderboard count is level playing field. Yeah, that's really hard to do. Since when has that stopped you? Because you need something to entice newer players to compete for the leaderboard as well. On day 1, they have this huge lead start, this huge lead, sort of. But being a longer time player of the game, you know how to efficiently grind after you had the bonus coins. We'll see. I think eventually the policing of alt accounts also counts for something. So that players who have a lot of experience cannot make a new account and just shoot to page 1 immediately. Ruan says we can decide this right now. The cost is minimal. A Pioneer badge to Ruan 4K. Firefly, help is too hard. Yes. Everything is too hard. You know it. Help Angelio is hard. Right. Hey, this was a 1 hour live stream that somehow lasted 3.5 hours. Hope you enjoyed it. The iceberg is done. Good content. Again, good content. I love it. Hopefully I can make some kind of cool offline video out of it. Thanks for the balanced chat. At least in the start of the stream we had lots of chatters, lots of things to talk about. It was really fun. I'm sort of trying to shift my presentational style as well. Not sure if you are aware of this going on, or like if you can notice any results or like any change in like how I try to do the live stream. I want to be different, sort of. I'm not sure what to call it. I'm not sure where to take it just yet, but I want to present or like do the live stream a bit differently to make it maybe like appreciated by more people. I have no idea. Today chat was very balanced. Good job, chat, Obi says, and Obi can know this because Obi has been here for a while. Obi says how to be different. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. VTuber. I will install some VTuber software, and then I will use this pirate skin by Alexi, and it will be great. Lamau, yes, Lamau. I will wait. We have the perfect content lined up. You already know what's gonna happen. We have the perfect content already. We have the perfect VTuber already present. Check this out. Okay, so now I'll click this button. This is probably what Fatih wanted. This is what they wanted. I know I want you. You know you want me. There you go. Oh wait, I moved my head. Yeah, so this is what we wanted. Fatih, nice job, great. Luckily, I didn't do this before or while we went over the iceberg, because otherwise it would have looked a little bit silly. We can also, of course, copy this super duper thing to this. Alright, so everyone put it in front of the Angeldust logo. No, this is exactly how we do it. So there you go. Yeah, maybe I can this is good enough. This is about as good as you're gonna get it. So everyone, thanks for watching, and thanks for hunting, thanks for sticking around in the chat and looking at the iceberg, giving your comments on all of the things that were going on. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I had a lot of fun. Next week we will not have the iceberg anymore, but hopefully we'll have lots of other content that will be great. And keep it for future live streams. I will try my best, but maybe the image will be gone. But Fatih, thank you so much for the memes. Alexi for the images. Obi for the chat. Ruan for the chat. Hum for the chat. Sock'em Rock'em Robot. Even you were here. Thank you. I hope you're still enjoying the game. Next week we won't have the iceberg anymore. Somehow I have the sneaking suspicion that I might not be able to stream on Saturday. But we'll see. Maybe I will stream on Saturday. Maybe it's the week after that, so the 21st of May. I probably will not be able to stream on Saturday because I will have other plans. But maybe I will stream on Friday or on Sunday then. I think it will be Friday because Sunday is probably tennis day. But yeah, we'll make the most of it. Next week will probably be Saturday, so hope to see you then. And yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, can we wait for a bit of diversity? Let's can we transform this one? Flip. Ooh. Okay, so just a bit of fun. Loki also says happy to be here, and I hope that all of you are having a good day or night. Well, I'm having a good evening, but I will stop the stream now and try to kick back, relax a little bit. Tomorrow will be another day. Not sure if it's Mother's Day in your countries. I think it's Mother's Day in the Netherlands, so like see if you can make the most of that. Hopefully the weather will be lovely. We had some nice weather today, very sunny, and I was on the computer all day long, so that's what happens. Yeah, this was a live stream. Hope to see you on the next one, probably on Saturday next week, 1600 hours UTC. Thanks for watching, thanks for playing, thanks for chatting, and thanks for all of the memes and the iceberg. Next week will be different. We'll see what we'll do then. It will be nice. See you later. Peace out. Now, there's one thing that I need to do. Thank you, Fatih, for making this meme. It's just like your genius combined with my genius make this a very enjoyable live stream. I enjoy this. I enjoy this. I am happy. Yeah, don't be toxic to other communities. Hey, check it out. The scout is pointing towards the fighter. Check it out. She's like, what? And maybe we can do it even like this. All right. Well. It's gone. Thanks for watching. I will see you next week. See you later. Have a nice weekend. Bye.